Welcome back to another episode of the Box Office Dynasty. We're your hosts. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jack.
And you got a friend in us. And we have a fun episode coming up this week. We are going to review our latest Bible study movie, which is Daughters of the Dust. So we're going to get into that. We're going to go over the box office numbers, of course. Then we're going to review the newest Pixar film, Toy Story 5.
Let's go.
It's going to be exciting. It's a Pixar conversation this week, folks.
We love a good Pixar convo, man. We've had
love a good Pixar convo.
We've had like 3 of them. The amount of Pixar movies we've gotten since this has come out, it's like 3 or 4. Like, it's crazy.
It's been, Toy Story 5, Hoppers, Elio.
Inside Out 2? I think so.
No, I think that was 2 years ago now,
You
believe
think?
it or not.
Oh, damn. But either way, we've been eating good with some Pixar. So
yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Love to have that conversation with you, buddy.
Yeah, so then, speaking of the larger base of Pixar, we're going to give rapid-fire rankings of the entire catalog of feature films, not the short films.
Every single Pixar movie that has come out will be ranked by both of us, and it'll be a good time.
Well, not every single one.
Not every. I haven't seen all of them, okay?
I have seen all of them. True Pixar head here.
I've seen almost all of them, and I'm making it my mission to see them very soon. I only got 3 that I'm missing. There's a lot.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair, I guess. And then at the end, if there is time, which hopefully there will be, I'm going to give a few minutes to talk about the new horror film that's out, Leviticus. So, not quite Pixar. Almost all Pixar. Not quite all Pixar.
They're just so similar, you know?
Yeah, Leviticus is actually a spinoff in the Toy Story franchise.
Yeah, Wheezy makes a cameo.
Dude, I miss Wheezy. Like, where is he?
I miss a lot of them, and that's what we're going to discuss, dude.
Okay, all right. So, before we get to all of that, how are you, Jack?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. It's been a good time. The weather's good. No, it's not. It's actually raining, but we love to talk about the weather on this podcast about weather, by the way. How you doing, buddy?
You know, the Weather Channel, I guess, is in a sense entertainment. Like on cable, the Weather Channel, kinda. It's television, right?
You know what I want to say? Speaking of entertainment, I don't know if this is true or not. If you guys are from Sierra Leone, hit us up. Apparently, on Apple Podcasts, we're like a top podcast in Sierra Leone for film and television. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be just some fake shit we were sent, but if you're from Sierra Leone, I want to hear about it.
I know, I agree. Wasn't it like the 149th?
129th podcast in the country in overall, and third highest podcast in film and television in Sierra Leone.
Are we like low-key famous in
We're
Sierra
international.
Leone? Are we celebrities in Sierra Leone?
I don't know. I would love to be, man.
We're taking the BOD on a world tour.
Yeah, we're going to go to, what is it, Monrovia is their capital or something? We're going to go over there and have a good time.
I have no idea. How do you know that off the top of your head?
Dude, I mean, we're going to get into Daughters of the Dust. I took a lot of African history courses, and yeah, Sierra Leone is very Americanized. Like, they are super into America. No, wait, am I thinking of... No, that is Sierra Leone. Yeah, they're super Americanized. Like, they love America. It's named, their capital is named after James Monroe. President James Monroe. Isn't that crazy?
Did he like visit there or something at the time?
Probably. Unless they were like, let's pick our favorite. Yeah. And nobody's favorite is James Monroe.
Not Martin Van Buren or William Henry Harrison?
Well,
what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think they were fans of Willie.
I don't know, man. I mean,
they picked tails.
It was a hell of a 30 days.
Yeah, I know.
It was a hell of a 30 days with our friend Willie. All right. Well, there is news to be shared, to be nuggetized, and we are going to give those right now. Jack has 1 to my like fucking 9. So
9,
and,
holy
bro, and there's things
dude.
that I cut too. There's things where I'm like, I like save throughout the week, and I'm like,
bro. So
nah,
these 9 are things
like,
that we're gonna care about.
That I think are worth mentioning.
That's crazy. All right, then big week.
Yeah, it's not always 9, obviously. You know.
No,
but anyway,
you
get yours. Just as if yours is one of mine, then I'm not yapping the whole time.
It probably is, so it'll knock it down. Anyway, so we're doing some news. Recently, it has been announced that Ryan Coogler and his production company are creating a series for Netflix. They have made a deal, and Ryan Coogler is making a television series for Netflix. Fucking love Ryan Coogler. I don't know what it's gonna be about. No idea. No details. But all we know is that they made a deal, and he is set to create a television series for Netflix.
You know what's funny? I did see that. That was not one of mine, so I
You
still
thought
do
that was
have.
not worthy of being written down?
I don't think I even really thought about that when I saw it, and I just don't even think it was like something I screenshot at the time. I just was like, "Oh, okay, yeah,
Dude, because
yeah."
it could be, I mean,
No,
like,
that's cool.
what
That's
genre
really
could this
cool.
even be? Ryan Coogler is so
Well,
everywhere. Like, he can do it all.
and you know, obviously, I really love Ryan Coogler and his work, and so I want to like him being attached to something makes me want to see it. I've never really watched the original X-Files, and that's his next project coming out. So now I really want to watch the original, and then I want to see his. You know what
Wait,
I mean?
what do you mean? He's
He's doing a
making,
reboot of the X-Files.
that's what the deal is for Netflix?
No, that's something he's already working on. The Netflix thing is
Oh.
something else
So
too.
he's already working on another television show.
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
in regards to the Netflix news, like I am not at all worried about it because this is something he's like seems to be confident. I first of all, his body of work already speaks for itself. I'm sure it
Insane.
translates to television, but now he's showing confidence because he's working on more than one. And I am excited to see how different this may be from his X-Files project that he is doing right now. But my point was that no matter what he does, I'm interested in watching.
Yeah, me too, 100%. So can't wait.
All right. Well, I'm going to embark on my news nugget journey now.
All right, I'll just stay here quiet for the next
No, Jay,
25
you gotta
minutes.
like fucking. You could go get a coffee or something.
Yeah,
Get
I'll
a
go to the
snack.
bathroom real quick.
No. This is some. All right. The first one, a multi-part documentary on the New York Knicks is in the works at A24 and HBO. The series will follow the Knicks' entire history leading up to their first championship in 53 years. And the documentary will be directed by Ben Stiller, mega Knicks fan who was at all the games and recording everything from courtside.
Yes, and he was serious about it. Like, you can tell he was not just there to enjoy the game, but he was working. So that is very cool because people were confused. They're like, "Yeah, why is he like on his phone staring the whole time, just recording like straight face?" Dude was at work. It's crazy.
True, he takes his filmmaking very seriously, and I
Yeah,
have no doubt that it's going to be an incredible docu series. But he's also like a massive Knicks fan and has been his whole life, so he's just very passionate. And I
of
feel
course.
like you look at Spike Lee. I'm almost a little surprised Spike Lee is not the one doing it, considering he is the biggest, number one
Yeah.
biggest Knicks super fan, and he's one of the most incredible filmmakers in history. But that's no disrespect to Ben Stiller. I love Severance. Like, this is going to be an awesome series.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. You know, and A24 behind it is great. Off topic a little bit, something that I wanted to tell you. Dude, my girlfriend is having an A24 themed birthday party. And
Oh,
everyone is dressing up
really?
as a different A20 because she's turning 24. So
That is
everyone's
actually
dressing up.
sick as fuck.
Dude, it's sick. Everyone's dressing up as their favorite, not favorite, but any A24 character. And I'm gonna be Marty Supreme.
Oh, of course you're doing Marty
Yeah, dude,
Supreme.
it's the easiest one. You got to get like the wife beater and the button down shirt like unraveled, and then the ping pong paddle in the back pocket.
And you got to get a fucking toilet or a tub for you to sit in
Oh
when
yeah,
it
yeah.
falls through
Oh,
the
that
roof.
poor dog.
Yeah.
The poor dog. But yeah, I
Um,
thought that'd be pretty cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
that's pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
even know who I would go as to an A24 party. Like, that's such a fun.
She's gonna be Pearl.
Okay. Yeah.
There's other people who are gonna be Zendaya from the drama with the orange jacket. Um, and some other ones I can't remember. Oh, my brother is gonna be Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems.
That's nice.
Yeah, there's
That's
some good ones. So
nice.
A24, man, you got it. I love it. We fucking love A24
Someone's
over
got to
here.
go as Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse.
Just with the actual hat on and the
Yeah.
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 Black.
Dude,
You
that
gotta
would
be
be.
black and white. Like, well, maybe not.
Be careful. Be careful how you go about that
Yeah,
one.
maybe not.
But
Maybe I take that one back.
you know what? It still doesn't quite top your She-Man comment.
Uh, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. All right, what other news you got?
All right. How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2 is in the works, with Jim Carrey in talks to return and Ron Howard already set to direct.
No
So a
way.
long-awaited sequel to the Christmas classic, which may be a hot take I've never been a fan of,
Me neither.
but a long-awaited sequel is happening, which is wild. How the hell are they doing a sequel to the Grinch story?
Dude,
He
that
loves
movie scared the
Christmas.
shit out of me when I was a kid. Yeah, wait, he becomes a good guy at the end.
So like, is it
His
now
heart
going to be like how the Grinch loves
stole
Christmas?
Hanukkah.
Stole Hanukkah? Oh shit! He
He's
just
like, I
goes.
love Christmas. Fuck Hanukkah.
Suddenly, he lives in 1939 Germany. He just.
Oh my god. He's like, I'm stealing Hanukkah from everybody. Dude, that's I didn't hear about that. That's interesting. I was never a fan of that.
Neither was I.
It was scary. When I was a kid, it was scary, and then I watched it as an adult, and I was like, this still sucks.
Yeah, completely. I didn't even hate it as much as an adult. As a kid, like when I look at my letterbox, I like watched it way back when I was 17, and then I watched it again a couple of years ago, and I was like, I was hating on it a little much, but it's still a very mid movie in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just kind of whatever.
Just not into it. I try. I really do. I really try. But
How do you
anyway,
like Jim
moving
Carrey?
on. Curry Barker will write, produce, and direct a new original horror film for Universal and Blumhouse. He signed an 8-figure deal to do this movie for them. So he is cashing in on the Obsession success and is making yet another original horror film.
8 figures? Is that $10 million at least?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that would be $10 million or more. And that's he is sure to get a much larger budget than the first go around. So it's gonna be exciting to see what he does.
Wow. Good for
in
him. That is
his follow-up.
insane.
Yeah, that's gonna be, and I love that it's an original. Like, it's gonna be cool to see him do Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, but I'm excited to see more of what he has to say in his unique voice.
Yeah, what's in that brain? That's what I want to see.
All right, moving right along. Sean Penn is set to direct a drama about January 6th, and sounds like it's going to star Bradley Cooper as a Capitol Hill cop.
What? Is Sean Penn Sean Penn's like left wing, I think, right?
Oh, like in his own super ultra way.
Like he's super left wing. Yeah, he's like kind of like extreme. I mean,
he spends most of his time in Ukraine.
Yeah, he does. You're right. Is this gonna be like Patriots Day, that Mark Wahlberg Boston bombing thing? Like the perspective of a cop trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and like I don't know.
I could see that.
Weird.
That's a good way of describing what this
probably
a good
movie.
will look like.
Yeah, but
yeah, and I think like I'm not. I mean, it's funny. I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, what? But I feel like January 6th was obviously such a big moment historically speaking. There was always bound to eventually be something made about it, and Sean Penn seems like the kind of guy to do it.
Yeah, it's like you do it with like the Boston bombing or like anything with like 9/11. Like obviously that this is not as extreme as those, but like those are, everyone's like takes those a lot very, very seriously. And then January 6th is super memed like through the roof, where at first you go, what the fuck? But then you go, wait, shit, maybe this could actually reveal some darker shit that happened on that day, you know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird fucked up shit, Ari Aster's next film, titled Scapegoat, will reportedly follow a surgeon operating on a Jake Paul-inspired character who dies during surgery. The surgeon... Wait, keep listening. The surgeon then faces scrutiny from his wife and brother, who are reportedly inspired by Erica Kirk and Logan Paul.
What? This sounds like ass, dude. I don't even want to. What?
I don't know. I mean, look, Ari Aster did do Midsommar and Hereditary, and he did Beau is Afraid, which I didn't like as much, and he did Eddington, which I decently enjoyed. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It's just
brain dead.
It's just so weird that they're like referencing Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Erica Kirk, and not just saying it's about a surgeon following like a, like a right wing, boxer or whatever. Like, it's just weird that they're using their names. I don't know.
Yeah, like it's weird that it's like reportedly based on, like, I don't know. It depends how loosely they're based on these people.
Yeah, I just don't know what the hell Okay, I don't even know what to say about this one. Like, we'll
Yeah,
see.
just
I like
move on.
Ari Aster though. I like Ari Aster though, so I don't know. I'm like, okay, sure. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
Sandra Oh and Charles Melton have joined Matt Damon in the cast of the Daniels' next film, which we had described at the time as like a sci-fi time travel adventure kind of film.
Yeah. Yeah. Love Sandra Oh. Charles Melton's really good. Sandra Oh is Debbie from Invincible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, she's fantastic as in that. Yeah, I could go for that. Maybe secretly it's live action Invincible, and Charles Melton is Mark Grayson, and Matt Damon is Omni Man.
Yeah, now that would be I
Think
mean,
about it.
shit. Honestly, it does kind of work. But
It does kind of work. There's time travel in
no,
space, and he's
it
half
does kind of
Asian, half.
yeah, yeah, shit. I mean, like in a world that does work. I guess just speaking solely on
Maybe
those
I don't
three.
know.
But like
But
no.
great cast, so
Yeah.
I'm good with that. And the Daniels are great,
All right. Sing
and Emma
3 and
Stone's in
the
that, right?
Oh, I don't know. It's funny you mentioned that. I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. I think she
Oh,
maybe also dropped. Remember, like Ryan Gosling originally was supposed to be in it.
yeah, I know he bailed. I thought she was still connected. Maybe not.
I haven't heard like her lock in. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
well, we'll have to find out.
Anyway, moving on. Sing 3 and The Secret Life of Pets 3 are both in early development at Illumination. So a couple of third entries into some of their franchises, I guess, in development.
I never saw any of those movies, so
Really?
I know Kevin Hart's in one of them. Yeah.
That's surprising. I didn't realize you hadn't seen any of them.
Never, just no interest. They kind of like is that does Illumination do the bad guys?
Yes.
That's the only one that ever interested me. I still haven't seen those two. I'm sure we'll get a third of one of those. But yeah, I don't really Illumination. I don't really watch their
Oh
stuff. I don't.
wait.
I don't. I what?
The bad guys might have been DreamWorks actually.
Oh well,
Now
I
that
still
I
don't watch
think about it.
Illumination. Like Illumination does Despicable
Well, they do
Me.
Minions. They
Yeah,
do,
I've only seen the first Despicable Me. I don't know. So I
you
mean
know,
that's cool for fans of
Despicable.
it, but that's not me.
I've seen those movies. I wouldn't exactly call myself a fan, but in the theme of animation this week, I guess on this episode, you know. Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
speaking of Illumination, but this one is also weird. Speaking of weird news and then also Illumination, George Lucas has been cast in the upcoming Minions and Monsters movie. He's supposedly a huge fan of the franchise and wants to have a role in future Minions movies.
The guy who birthed one of the greatest and most creative franchises of all time. His favorite movie's Minions.
Yeah, I
What's
guess
happening, dude?
so. I
What's
guess
going on?
so.
And
I was
enough to be a fan to want to be in it. Like he's never said like, "Oh, I want to be in the next Lord of the Rings movie. I want to be in the next Star Trek." He wants to be in Minions.
he hasn't really done anything since he sold Star Wars. He's just kind of like on his own side quest, and now he's just popping up in fucking Minions and Monsters.
I guess, and his voice is pretty recognizable, so we'll hear it.
Yeah, it's funny to me because like you have Martin Scorsese showing up in The Mandalorian and Grogu, and now you have George Lucas showing up in Minions and Monsters. Honestly, is there like a recession coming? Like I'm
Yeah,
getting
dude.
concerned here. Like
Just get an extra
what's
paycheck real
happening?
quick.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
maybe pick up another job. We got to hurry and get monetized, Jack, because if the Scorseses and Lucases of the world need to do these
Oh
movies for
God.
an extra paycheck,
Yeah, we're
we
fucked.
we we're behind. We're not far behind. All right, my last one is kind of a mood killer, but it's still worth bringing up. Just Davy Chase passed away last week at the age of 35.
Yeah.
She was best known for being the voice of Lilo in Lilo and Stitch. And she also was the iconic role of Samara in The Ring for horror fans out there.
It's the girl who comes out of the TV.
Yeah, that's the girl who comes out of the TV. Yeah.
Mm.
Which is like obviously a very iconic
Yeah, I
see
mean, I've
from
never
horror.
seen that
Like
movie. That's the only
you
thing I
never
know
seen the
about
movie, you
that.
don't like horror, you just you knew what it was.
That's legit the
Um
only thing I know about that.
yeah, and she had a pretty interesting career that I didn't know she was in all this other stuff. She was the voice of Chihiro in the English dub of Spirited Away. She was the little sister to Donnie Darko in the film Donnie Darko, which stars Jake Gyllenhaal, and she was in ER and Sabrina and the Teenage Witch. So she actually had a pretty solid career in her short time. Um,
Yeah.
some iconic
R.I.P.
roles. Yeah, she
Young.
it's just terrible. It really reminds you like how short life is. You know what I mean? Just I don't know.
Yeah, we like to
It's
have fun on this podcast.
Yeah, but it's just like, wow, like she was Lilo, she was part of our childhood. She was Samara, she was an iconic horror icon and yeah,
Yeah,
35. It's
I
just too young,
Lilo
man.
and Stitch is a movie I also tend to rewatch every now and then, and like more than most movies, and that's gonna be sad rewatching it next time and hearing about that. I kind
Yeah.
of assumed that she was older when I heard she died. I was like, oh, Lilo and Stitch was so long ago, but like she's a kid in the movie. I didn't even think about it because so we're so used to like adults voicing children now, you know?
Yeah, that's fair, but no, she was only 35 and that movie came out like what in, 19 like no,
It was like
2000 like
2001,
2001 or 2 or
2003
something like
maybe. It
that.
was early.
Yeah. Um so she wasn't even that much older than us.
Yeah, that's sad.
So anyway, rest in peace. I just wanted to give a space for her.
Sure.
So let's move on to our Bible study film. We are going to review our 20th Bible study film in BOD history. This is honestly my favorite segment. I don't know, Jack. Probably not yours as much. Not all the movies are great. We're gonna get into it, but I
It's starting to
love the
become my least favorite segment at this point.
No, I love it. I love discovering new movies, whether I like them or not, or occasionally rewatching ones that I loved. Anyway, so we are going to give our ratings and reviews. So basically, how this works, I forgot. We have our film Bible, New York
The people
Times
from
Book of
Sierra
Movies.
Leone know.
Yeah, you Sierra Leone real ones, you all know. All
They know.
right, they know. But for everyone here in the States who doesn't know, uh, Book of Movies is our film Bible. You guys comment numbers between 23 and 1265. We pick a random one. We watch the movie. This was our 20th. It is Daughters of the Dust, the 1991 film directed by Julie Dash. And we'll give our spoiler ratings and reviews for this film. So spoilers ahead for Daughters of the Dust.
I give Daughters of the Dust 5 unborn children out of 10.
Yeah, think of something funny on this movie, man.
I know it's hard.
Think of something funny. I I give this movie 6 islands out of 10.
Yeah, we're pretty close. It's
Are we closer than you expected us to be?
No, because my rating is probably lower, but I feel like it feels wrong to rate this lower. And then I'll tell you why. Because this is basically my overall feeling of this movie. Like, I really don't have much to say because I have one exact feeling that I've been feeling when watching this, and that it's not a nothing movie. It's not, but everything of value that we get from this movie is inherent to the fact that it just exists. Like, it's the culture and the history that is tied with this movie, not what is really depicted in the movie itself, not the story, not the script. It's really just what the movie's about. So I have to, because it is a thing that is important and needs to be talked about, I give it a 5 out of 10. My enjoyment is probably a little lower, but I just feel wrong giving it anything less than a 5. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. That's why when I when I watched this movie, I was like thinking about it. I agree. I completely understand there is a cultural significance to this story, to this time period, regarding the Gullah people, the history surrounding Igbo landing, enough to the point where after the movie, I was spending a little time reading about it. I went on, I like Wikipedia, I researched other, just a look for like half an hour. I was curious, right? The movie made me curious. Um, because this feels like one of those many untold stories of black Americans in this country throughout history, right? I feel like there's so many pockets of those, history in general, but especially involving African Americans, black people in general. Like there are like these pockets of history that exist, these stories that never get told until someone finally elevates, their voice and shares it. And when I look at what this movie was trying to, what it really was, which it wasn't a like linear narrative. It really wasn't this complete just beginning to end. It really felt more like this. I described it as like a poetic submersion into this time period, this
Yeah,
land, and
I
this
see that.
culture. So when I take that into consideration, and I take into consideration the significance that I explained with the history, with the the culture here, I can't rate it lower than I have it, because I feel like there's something so powerful here that I'm just not entirely clicking with, but I see, if that makes sense.
That's
Like
I think we feel the same way. It's just that I'm a point lower than you.
right.
I totally I'm resident like I didn't connect with this movie and I didn't connect with its characters. I didn't connect with really much of it, but like someone will and someone has, and like probably a large majority of people have connected with this. So it's tough to rate it based on how I feel versus how it is. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. Also, while we're talking about Africa, I do want to say I just remembered everything I said about Sierra Leone earlier was false. So if you're watching this and you're from Sierra Leone, I'm so sorry. The capital of Liberia is Monrovia, and that's the one that's very Americanized. Sierra Leone is not. So everything I said about
Dude,
your country
all of
is
our
wrong.
Sierra, they're not here anymore. They all turned it off
They
after
left
they heard you say the wrong
20 minutes
capital.
ago. 20 minutes
The
ago. I was like, yeah,
Sierra
they're very American
Leone
over there.
population left.
My bad. My bad. That's Liberia.
Damn.
Anyway,
All the Liberians are tuning in.
the Liberians love us. Yeah, so I think you and I are we got the same thing from this movie.
There are things that I don't like that I can pinpoint in the sense of, like, besides connecting with it. Some of the editing felt jarring to what, like, so the way, all right, like I said, the film was more of this poetic submersion. So it wasn't really about like, not that the script couldn't have been a little tighter or better or whatever, however you want to describe it, but it wasn't so much about like exploring these characters as individuals rather than what they represent and what this period is. And it does this through, I will praise like the cinematography. There was some really incredible visuals tied to this movie. They were very soft, um, and just warm, and it really kind of sucks you in. Like it really helps with that submersion. But some of the editing, some of the music just felt very jarring in comparison with this attempt to create this submersion.
It felt kind of like it was trying to be a documentary. Does that make, like, you know what I mean? Like some of the camera work and yeah,
See,
the
I thought it
music.
felt a little cartoonish
Really?
in it, especially in, contrast to some of these really tender meditative moments that I think in a film like this, that is already a low budget film, um in 1991 at that, like rely on less is more and use these meditative tender, like quiet, kind of this, the space, the sound, the wind. I don't know, it just, some of it felt oddly jarring with the tone that the film was going for. in the sense that it was supposed to be a little more serious and subdued, and then some of the music and sounds and editing were cartoonish.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I also read that I think this is what it said, that this movie is the first movie directed by a black woman that got a widespread theatrical release. Is that true?
Yep, that is true.
So that
Julie Dash.
Julie Dash directed this, that also adds into the importance of the existence of this movie, and that even makes me feel worse about giving it a low rating.
Yeah, I mean it blows my mind. It doesn't surprise me, but it does blow my mind still that it like the first movie by a black woman, director to get a wide theatrical release was in 1991.
Yeah, a
Like
little
that to
late
me
for that.
um but like that is a tremendous accomplishment, and you are right, like this film and my rating, and I think yours too, are reflections of the film's historical relevance in American history and in film history. And it makes perfect sense for it to be in this book, the film Bible. It makes perfect sense to talk about it. The content of the film is deserving of wider recognition. And Julie Dash, I think, deserves praise for getting a film like this over that hump, a wide release, a memorable, independent film on a low budget. I I have respect for this movie,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
Um I just, like you said, had some trouble fully connecting with it. With the characters, with, you know, the setting, and I think part of that is the things I explained with the editing and all that, and I think part of it is also just like me versus the audience, intended audience, the niche of it, my perspective in life, like my lack of knowledge on this time period. I would not rule out rewatching this film like 10, 20 years from now.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I would not rule out rewatching this film like 10 or 20 years from now, like a long time from now, and, seeing if I feel differently, if I know more about this and I feel more passionately or whatever. Like, movies don't change, but I think they're worth rewatching even when you don't love them at one point in your life. To rewatch at another point of your life is because your perspective can change. So
Yeah.
that is like, I didn't love this movie. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. I didn't love it nearly as much as I thought I would, but like I also would check it out again someday because I understand the movie, and I think there's an opportunity someday for me to connect with it better, if that makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, people change. Like, there's so many movies that I rewatch. I'm like, I don't like it as much, or I'm like, damn, this is a lot better than I remember. So, always revisit movies if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, yeah, I agree. I respect this movie. I respect, um, it's the way it was made and how it even came to be. I respect the history, the culture, and I don't usually rate movies based on the situation around it being made. I'm not gonna, if I watch a kids movie and it sucks, I'm gonna say this movie sucks. I know it's not for me, but it doesn't matter. I didn't like it. But for some reason, this movie in particular, I never rate movies like that. This movie in particular is making me think about the subject matter as a whole, and I think that is a testament to the movie, because kids movies and movies that have issues behind the scenes or blah blah blah, I'm like, whatever. We watch The Great Dictator, I'm like, this movie fucking sucks, this, that, and that. And you're like, well, it's from 1900. So I go, no, I don't care. Today it sucks. That's how I feel. But I watch this movie and I go, the historical and the cultural relevance of it, regardless of how I feel about the movie, I'm listening to it. I see it. I don't resonate with it, but I see it. And that's enough to help me raise the bar a little bit. So I think that is a testament to what the movie can do for me. It just can't do anything more than that.
Yeah, that's fair. I call that character development on your part.
Well, it's just this movie. I'll watch a movie next week. I'll be like, this movie was made in 1905. It fucking sucks. Where's the color?
Yeah, in
Shit's
1905.
ass, dude.
But like, bro, where is the dialogue, man? Where is the
Yeah,
explosions?
come on, I'm not reading this shit.
Yeah, who has time to read? What is this, a book?
I got ears for a reason, bro.
um, no, I completely get what you're saying. And I agree. I wanted to shout out actually before we eventually moved on. There is one performance that I really did like, which was Alva Rogers. She played Eula Pazan. She was the daughter who got pregnant, and
Oh,
you know,
okay,
it
yeah.
was she supposedly was raped or something. You know what I mean,
Mhm.
to that effect. And um, I thought she was really good. Her monologue towards the end
Yeah, that was really good.
was really intriguing and really tremendous on her part. And that's what I love about this movie too, is like its ability, despite these flaws, despite the fact that it didn't click with me, it still was able to have moments with an audience that's not even as engaged as others might be in you and I, and especially for myself, at least, you know, I can only speak for myself, but um it still had these moments where like I locked in, and what I'm seeing is, you know, black people, black women, you know, speaking their voices, speaking their minds, and doing so in this really, like I said before, subdued kind of created version of this culture on this big screen. And I just thought of those in those moments, it was beautiful. Like that's why I also feel like I can connect with the movie as a whole down the road, because there were moments where it really sucked me in, and I said, I feel this, I get this, this is working, and I'm connected. I feel like I'm connecting to this, you know. And then there are other moments where I completely am like, I don't love what's going on, but like watching this movie, it was very apparent to me like that there were moments that I just really could buy into at this film that were really incredible, and I thought she was great, so I wanted to shout that out too.
Yeah, they should make a sequel.
um what would you call it?
Daughters of the Rust.
Of the
I don't fucking know, dude.
granddaughters of the dust.
Yeah, great grandchildren of the dust, dude.
Distant cousin from the
Yeah.
dust.
So that is our review of Daughters of the Dust. I don't have. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you to whoever commented that one. Oh, I gotta check it off in my book before I
Check it
forget.
off, buddy. Yeah, remember to keep commenting Bible study numbers for our film Bible, 23 through 1265. We randomize all the numbers and we watch and review the movie that is associated with that number. It's the thousands essential movies to see, so they're all supposed to be good. You know, some of them have
There's
not
no
been.
way we explained the segment twice in one episode.
Well, people tune in halfway. You know, they skip ahead.
I guess.
All right,
Yeah.
let's review some Toy Story, bitch. Let's get into some Toy Story time.
We gotta we gotta go over our box office numbers first.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm really excited.
You are getting a little ahead of yourself here. We got some box office numbers to share with the fine folks at home.
Which I'm sure we'll be talking about Toy Story within these box office numbers.
Didn't make it. Didn't make the cut.
You and I are the only ones who saw it.
Yeah, you, me, and the fine folks in Sierra Leone.
I'm sure they did. They love Toy Story over there.
All right, so we're gonna go over the box office numbers from the weekend of June 19th through the 21st. And right before I get into our top 5, I just wanted to say you'll really find this interesting, Jack. Did you know that Spider-Man Brand New Day had the 4th biggest pre-sale of all time for any movie?
Whoa, that's awesome. Do you have the other 3?
No, actually, I don't. I should. Let me see if I can find that super quickly. But yeah, I
think I have them.
I thought that was pretty crazy.
I think I have the other 3 in my head already.
Let's see.
I have 4 in my head actually, so one of them's wrong.
All right, I think I have the 2.
Wait, 2? You said it's the 4th biggest.
3, you're right. 3.
Oh, okay. I want to say that The Force Awakens is in there.
Yes.
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that's number 1.
And it's either Infinity War or No Way Home. I'm going to say Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. You got them. You know what number 5 is?
Avatar?
No, you're never going to believe this one.
Titanic.
No.
What is it?
Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour.
Yeah, fucking, of course, dude.
Yeah.
That was my next option.
Now you're like, oh, I was just getting to that one.
I was just getting to
anyway,
that one,
so I thought you'd find that interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Moving on
did
to
you get your tickets?
No, I have not gotten my tickets yet. I guess that definitely means I should get them, though.
You should, dude. We got ours. It's not in IMAX.
And that's what I was just going to say. That's part of why I find it so fascinating that it's still able to have that many. I mean, obviously Spider-Man and Marvel have a history of, doing really well with pre-sales and box office. But I assumed that the lack of IMAX theaters, just statistically speaking, would hurt Spider-Man's pre-sales. That has not shown to be the case.
Yeah, I got my tickets. I'm seeing it, unfortunately, in digital because Dolby was sold out immediately for the whole weekend. So, which sucks, but I'm seeing it in digital. I'll probably see it again in Dolby. But yeah, no IMAX, which is a shame. But I got my Odyssey tickets in IMAX, so that's cool.
I'm seeing the Odyssey in Lincoln Square, baby.
Did you see that Letterboxd? You can now log which version of the Odyssey you saw.
No, I did not see that.
So when you log the Odyssey in Letterboxd after the movie comes out, you can log digital, 70 millimeter, IMAX. You can literally log what specific theater you saw it at.
That is sick, and I'm definitely going to be logging that I saw it in the best screen in the world.
It's supposed to be like a checklist, like you want to see it in each version.
That is so freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
All right, moving into our top 5 box office numbers this past weekend. In 5th place in its 3rd weekend of release, making $6.7 million more dollars. Yeah, you gonna do it, Jake?
Just stay silent, not saying anything.
Scary Movie. Of course, Scary Movie would be the one.
Dude, there's a 6-7 joke in that movie.
Of course there is.
It's the first theatrical 6-7 joke. They're doing the weapons run. The kids are doing the weapons run because they're all on drugs. Like, they get drugged. They accidentally give out cocaine or something for Halloween. They're doing the weapons run outside, and one of them's like, 6-7, 6-7. And it's like, what the fuck am I watching, dude?
Oh my God. That is so stupid. Dumb. I'll probably see this movie when it hits streaming.
It was just so stupid, but I can't believe it.
But it's actually doing pretty well financially. It's just shy of $202 million worldwide.
Wow.
No. In 4th place, in its 4th weekend of release with another $7.3 million is Backrooms, which has officially become the first A24 film ever to cross $300 million at the global box office. It is the most profitable A24 film of all time. The production budget was $10 million.
Huge. Crazy.
So, yeah, the Backrooms are the front rooms now because they're at the top of the list.
Front and center rooms.
Front and center, the A24 rooms. In 3rd place, in its 6th, count 'em, 6th weekend of release, with another $14.2 million, Obsession. This movie, which from its 5th weekend to 6th weekend, still only has a 25.3% drop. Like, it's still not like I mean, that's obviously not what it was doing before, but it's not significant. The drops are not significant.
I think Curry Barker actually found a One Wish Willow and wished that his movie would be successful.
It's insane. Yeah. This movie has officially passed $300 million worldwide. It is at $333 million worldwide at the global box office. That is now over 400 times its production budget of $750,000. It is only the 6th horror film of the decade to pass $300 million, and it is eyeing a $400 million total gross at the finish of its run. It is the 6th highest grossing horror film of all time in the United States. The only films ahead of it are It, The Sixth Sense, Sinners, Jaws, and The Exorcist.
I love it. I listen, as many times as I say it, everyone who listens to this podcast knows I'm not a horror guy, but this movie was fucking awesome. If I like it, you know it's a good horror movie. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Come on.
Yeah.
Which
No,
is
this
low,
is
which is low to most people.
it's low to me. I gave it a 9,
Yeah.
probably like but I love Obsession, and I'm so happy to see it be successful. And now you're seeing Curry Barker seeing that success because he got that money from Universal.
Oh yeah.
In second place in its second weekend of release with another $17 million. And Jack, just to compare to Obsession, which had a 25.3% drop in its sixth weekend, in the second weekend, this film had a 61.8% drop. Disclosure Day. Now, it's a little misleading what I just said because this film is still doing pretty well. It crossed the $100 million mark worldwide after only 4 days, which makes it the fastest original film this decade to hit that milestone, outperforming Sinners and Hoppers.
Whoa.
It still had a midweek increase before that weekend to weekend drop, and it is currently at $160 million worldwide. So the movie is still doing fairly well. It is probably not going to be super profitable based on its budget, but it will still be a successful endeavor for Universal.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's all in the name. Spielberg hype.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I've seen people who didn't like the movie be like, oh, Spielberg should retire. Why are they still giving him a check to make movies? And it's like, bro, it's Steven Spielberg. I'll give him a blank check every time for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
for the rest of my life.
It's profit, dude. He makes profit.
Even if he doesn't, it's Steven Spielberg. You know what I
know.
mean? Like, I'm giving him that money.
Yeah.
And in first place in its opening weekend of release with $160 million domestically, Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 is the big box office success of the week and really of the year. It opened with $312 million worldwide. That is the biggest opening of 2026 so far, and the second biggest opening for an animated film ever in the United States. It grossed $17.5 million in its Thursday domestic previews. That's the highest preview total in 2026 and the second highest ever for an animated film. It is the biggest opening weekend ever for a Pixar movie, beating out Inside Out 2, which made $294 million worldwide, so it beats it by a pretty decent margin. The film had a budget of $275 million, making it one of the most expensive animated movies ever. But the success is already imminent. And the last thing, Jack, and this is maybe the craziest one of them all, it outperformed The Mandalorian and Grogu's entire domestic box office run in one weekend and is right behind it at the global box office in one weekend.
Insane, dude. It's so crazy. And this is like proof that we're getting Toy Story 6. There's no shot we're not getting Toy Story 6, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, people absolutely love Pixar. They love Toy Story. This is a franchise, that no matter what, people are going to go back to again and again. And actually, it's funny because I don't know if you saw, it is the highest rated franchise of all time on Rotten Tomatoes.
I did see that.
From
and
an
this
overall
is,
standpoint.
yeah, and the fact that Toy Story 5 is the lowest rated one with 94, I think, on Rotten Tomatoes, 93 or 94, which is insane.
It's proof that there is, like, this is still 30 years later a successful franchise, and not only is the quality there, that not only do people like it, but they're going to continue to go out and see it. So you're right. I think it's inevitable that we get a Toy Story 6 because this money is too good to pass up. And I think that Pixar will probably be like, oh, that'll be it. I saw something where they're like, that would be the last one. Like Andy got a trilogy and then Bonnie gets a trilogy. They're going to introduce some fucking third kid like Charlie or some shit. Like,
yeah, dude. 100, or they're going to introduce like a dog. They all become dog toys or something. I don't fucking know.
Fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
or
they all go run off and join a polycule with Woody and Bo. I don't know.
Yo, yeah, Bo's kind of bad, not gonna lie.
Why they did not have to make her bad either. Like that.
No,
that's
didn't.
The craziest
thing.
Like,
why she got a fat ass?
In the first movie, she's just like she's just a lamp
Yeah.
decoration. And then in the fourth and fifth movie, yeah, she's got like a fat ass.
Because
And
like
it's
in the
like
first one,
it's
she's got the dress that's like wide, so you can't tell. In the fourth one, they bring her out, and she's like, "Yo, she's wearing like skin tight leggings with a fat
they
ass,
gave her
dude."
the Elastigirl treatment.
They totally did.
I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, so those are the box office numbers
I need a
from
Bo
the
Peep toy.
weekend of June 19th to the 21st. Congratulations to Toy Story 5 and Pixar and Bo Peep, I guess, for winning
And
the
us
box
for watching.
office this weekend. And congratulations to us, yeah, for going out and spending money and watching Bo Peep. Let's get into Toy Story 5.
Yeah. Here, so you could start. Here are our ratings and reviews. Spoilers ahead for Toy Story 5.
I give Toy Story 5 8.5 bullies out of 10. 8.5 bullies out of 10.
I give it 9 poop jokes out of 10. Just so many poop jokes, dude.
There were a lot of poop jokes.
This is a good day, dude. We're pretty similar. 8.5 and 9. Toy Story 5 is a blast.
Yeah, I liked this. Toy Story is always Toy Story is always reliable. That's how I put it.
All
Like
reliable.
I feel very comfortable as a viewer, as an audience member. I feel very comfortable with these characters. I feel very comfortable with this world. And it feels like, obviously starting with positives, like being able to sink back and watch these characters and just have fun in the theater with it. And, mix that with obviously your usual expectation of this emotional pull to the film. And Toy Story 5 has that. It continues that theme. I think every movie in this franchise has that,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think there's a single bad movie. I don't think there's a single bad Toy Story movie.
No, there's not. And that's why it is the highest rated franchise of all time. It deserves to be. Like, you and I read that. We did not for a second doubt it. We did not complain about it. We agree. It deserves to be up there.
The trilogy, the Toy Story trilogy, was on both of our trilogy lists when we ranked those a while back.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, the trilogy the three are the best three of them.
Yes.
Like, it's just, I think most people are going to agree. But I do think with the fifth one, I'm happy that Jessie gets her flowers, because Jessie hasn't really had time to shine since the second movie, and that's before we really got to know her. So I'm glad she gets her flowers. I only have one problem with this movie in general. I give it a 9 out of 10. I have a big problem with it. I just want to get it out of the way, because then I'm going to be raving about it. I think you're probably going to agree. I hope you agree. My only issue with Toy Story 5 is that, and it was a big issue with Toy Story 4, is that, yes, you get a lot of Jessie and you get Buzz and Woody, but there's nobody else. What happened to the original gang? No, I know some of the voice actors are gone. I get it. But why can't we get some Rex and some Ham and some Slinky and some Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head? They all have about one line in the movie, and that's it. And that bothers me. Like, I miss when it was the whole gang going to Al's Toy Barn to rescue Woody. I miss when all of them were holding hands about to go to the incinerator because they all escaped Lotso's daycare together. Like, I miss when it was a whole group thing and you had the three shining. Now it's just the three.
Oh, I entirely agree. That is a problem with 4. It feels maybe even worse in 5. Or more intentional in 5.
Yeah, I think so.
You're right. You cannot replace Don Rickles. You cannot replace Estelle Harris. You cannot replace Jim Varney. Their voices and the life that they brought their characters, that can't be replaced. But I think keeping their characters alive in a meaningful way supersedes this notion that recasting them would be disrespectful. And I think keeping their characters like shoved to the side. And you're right, it's cool that we see more of Jessie. I love Jessie. I'll get into my opinions in a minute, I guess, about Buzz and Woody, but of course they're always prominent. But you're right. I mean, when you look back at the first 2 movies, it is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and Rex and Ham and Slinky that are really they have these moments, even though they're still supporting characters. They're part of this gang and they have their moments that just absolutely shine. And I've been seeing like a bunch, like for an example, like, you know, I've been seeing a bunch on Twitter, you know, and obviously I rewatched the movies before I saw Toy Story 5. And in Toy Story 2, you mentioned when they're going to go save Woody, the part where they're in the Pizza Planet truck and you got like Buzz giving directions
Yeah, dude. They all get
and
something to do.
they're all doing something. Mr. Potato Head saves the aliens
Yeah,
from
he
flying
grabs
out the
them and
window.
what do they call
Which
them? They're like, "Daddy," or what do they say?
Daddy, yeah,
Yeah.
like you saved us. We're eternally grateful.
Yeah, you saved our lives. We're eternally grateful.
And then you got Ham reading the fucking manual on the fucking floor, and he's like, "Oh, there's no way he's getting enough mileage out of this one." Like, it's those one-liners, it's those little moments with these characters that really like envelop this world of Toy Story and make it so magical, so exciting and fun. And you're
Yeah.
right, in these last two movies, it does feel like they're so sidelined. And I actually like the most of the new characters in these two movies that we've gotten.
Me too.
I just wish there was a better balance.
Even in this one, they literally spend the whole movie in a box in the garage. Like they don't even go anywhere. They literally spend the whole and you're right. I mean, I was rewatching so many clips after watching the fifth movie, and the first movie, like Slinky, for example, is very clearly they made it like before Buzz shows up, Slinky is Woody's right-hand man. And I love that they're like best friends in the first movie before Buzz shows up. And then that's just gone after the second and third movie. Like that's just gone. And the aliens aren't even in this movie, I don't think. Maybe they are, but they don't say anything. Like it's just strange to me. And I get it. You focus on the characters, but it's no, the first movie, the main characters are Buzz and Woody. Like there are main characters and they're totally like there's a balance between the main characters and the side characters. The second movie, the main character is Woody, but everyone gets a chance to shine. The third movie, Woody is still the main character because he's the only one like not locked away. He's still the main character, but Buzz gets things to do. Jesse gets things to do. It's awesome. The fourth movie, Woody, nobody else. Buzz is like brain dead. Fifth movie, just Jesse, and like the other two kind of do a little bit, but not really. Even Buzz and Woody don't do much in this movie.
Don't really think so. That was a problem I had with this movie. I don't mind it being a Jesse-centric movie, but to your point, since you bring it up, I don't think that like. Okay, all right. I have a specific way of phrasing it. These movies are still good. They're still fun. They're still very easy to watch and enjoy. But this one didn't really feel like a Toy Story movie. Like, and we've described it, but this is the way already. But you have the first three, which are like the Toy Story movies, and then like I mean 4 a little bit, and then in my opinion 5 even more. Like continuing on to the decisions that were made in 4. It doesn't really feel like the same Toy Story to me anymore. It's still good. It's still fun. It's still emotional. Like it's still like there's still a lot to like about it. But like I'm not sure that Pixar knows what to do with these characters anymore. Like I really
Pixar's
don't.
Forgotten what to do with Buzz after the third movie.
Like I feel like what is Buzz doing at first for both of them? But what is Buzz doing in this movie? His whole thing is I want to propose to Jessie. Right?
Were they dating, by the way?
Well, I mean, like,
they've always had like flirtatious chemistry, but they're getting fucking married now. What's going on?
I mean, Forky got married to the knife, and the knife just got life, like sentience.
That's true. That's
right then and there.
Cradle rot. That's weird. That's the child, or like, are they the age of the toy? Like, or are they the age where they were created? Because Jesse's like 100 years old. Jesse and Woody are old as fuck.
I don't really know how it works with the.
Dude, they never talk about the immortality that they have. Like, Jesse's literally 100 years old.
Yeah, they're always just like, well, we move on to the next kid. And it's like, bro, like...
Emily's dead, dude.
Don't you want to... Yeah, right? Like, bro, Andy's been gone 100 years, Woody.
I know.
Give it up, Woody. Like, what if the world ends? What if the world came to an end? The toys would be the only ones just roaming the desolate earth?
It'd be like Fallout, but with toys.
Fallout...
It would be. But all right, but I get what you're saying. I get your point because I disagree to an extent because I think 4 is worse than 5 in that scenario, because I think an important part of Toy Story is, yes, the story of the toys, it's in the title, but the human element, and 4 doesn't really have that. 5 does, with Bonnie, who fucking sucks, by the way. I'll just throw that out there. I hate that little kid. Bonnie, who is trying to make friends and is getting bullied and blah, blah, blah. 4 doesn't really have a human element. I think 4 strays way too far from the plot than 5
But
does.
see, here's my argument for why I like 4 more. And obviously we'll have our rapid rankings, but
yeah, which is you are in the minority. I hope you know that, though.
I see that more people lean 5's way.
Yeah.
I do. My argument for that is that 4 kind of works as like a complementary piece, like a complement piece to the trilogy, in a way that it's like Toy Story 3, the whole point that wraps up that trilogy is like, I mean, Toy Story is really about parenting, right? And it's like about this idea that, like, you know, you can't always be like Toy Story 3, it's about Woody trying to reconcile the fact that he can't always be there for Andy. We see this reflected with his mom, you know, in certain scenes, like, you know, when Woody even sees that himself. And that's kind of when he comes to this realization. And I think that the way 4 works, even though you're right, it doesn't have that human element, and it could be, you know, to a fault of the film. I agree. But I think that's done as a purpose of like, okay, now that your job as a parent is done, what comes next? Like the film is like, we end Toy Story 3 with like, you move on, you go on your own path. And then 4 to me is kind of like, what does that path look like? Like what comes next? 5 to me starts to get to this point where we're just pedaling wheels a little bit. And yes, we have the child element back in, which is a core part of these Toy Story films. I agree. But like it just feels like at this point it's, what more are we trying to say with these characters? And even like the Jesse stuff, which I loved, but it does kind of still to me feel like a little repetition from the second one. It just does a little bit. I love the spotlight on Jesse, the elevated role, but it doesn't feel like an evolution in her character so much as just rehashing 2. And then Buzz and Woody, there's nothing for them to do in this movie. Buzz's whole thing is he wants to propose. Woody's thing is that he's balding. Like, bro, I've been there, man. All right, he's getting too fat. Like, what is? I just feel like, I'm not saying it has to be a Woody centric movie. It just feels like they have nothing left for these characters. So that, like, why is Woody even there? Really, you know?
Yeah. So because we have positives to say about this. Like, we're gonna get into it, but like, I do agree. I don't think it's as much of a deal for Woody just to kind of be like in the background, because he got his finale and they just brought him back just because he's Woody, right? Like, he didn't need to be in this movie, but it's Woody, it's Tom Hanks. You can't do the movie really without him. People are gonna be like, where the fuck's Woody?
I feel like they could have given a better reason for him to be there.
They could have,
like,
but I'm not mad about him being in the background because he had his ending and his arc is complete. But Buzz, if the 6th movie does not focus on Buzz, I'm gonna be pissed as fuck, because what does he do in these movies? In the first one, he's a dumbass, delusional Buzz Lightyear toy. I did not like him in the first one at all because he didn't know what was going on.
I disagree with that.
It's not his fault, but he didn't know what was going on. It pissed me off. In the second one,
his whole character, I wouldn't say he has nothing in the first one. His character in the first one is about like identity.
Yeah, but that only shows up in the last 20 minutes, and the whole movie is like,
well, no, the whole movie it's about that. He just doesn't realize it at first. It's supposed to be.
So the second movie, he is the leader while Woody's away. I love that for him. I absolutely love that for him. Buzz peaked in the second movie. Third movie, Buzz gets turned to he gets turned to evil mode, and then he gets turned to Spanish mode for the rest of the movie. For most of the movie. That's like 2/3 of the movie. He's not actually Buzz. The fourth one, he starts having thoughts and he doesn't know what it is, and the whole movie's trying to figure out what thoughts are. So dumb. He's an idiot in that movie. And then the fifth one, all he does is want to propose to Jesse. They don't know what to do with him. He has no arcs anymore. The second one was the only time when Buzz was actually a good character. Not good, but when he actually had something interesting to do. Like, now all he does is care about proposing to Jessie, which is fine, but he needs to do something else instead of just trying to impress her. The sixth movie needs to be focused on her, man. I mean, even the Buzz Lightyears who were like in a Vietnam side plot line in the woods, like
where the fuck did they even come from? Dude,
there's a shipping container that crashed on an island. It's like Madagascar.
Oh, right. I just
Yeah.
thought it was so random that they fucking.
It was crazy. I was getting a little annoyed by it, but I was like, all right, this is going somewhere. And I thought it was interesting that they were like discovering themselves. I do still think it's weird that Buzz Lightyears are the only toys that don't know that they're toys. What's that about?
Forky didn't know. Forky thought he was trash.
Forky did think he was trash. Forky fucking sucks. He still is trash. I hate that guy.
Nah, dude, why do you hate Forky, man? I see.
Me.
I wanted to. I was upset that, we're talking about the characters getting sidelined in the fifth one. Even the characters they introduced in the fourth movie are sidelined in the fifth movie.
Yeah, big time.
Like Forky, who's such a big part of the fourth movie, he's like the he's like the what's his face from the Muppets.
I don't know. You know Muppets better than I do.
Walter. I almost said Warren. I was like, that's not right.
From the Muppet movie?
Right. It's almost like Walter, who was like the big introduction to the Muppets in, the Muppet movie, and then he completely is just sidelined in Muppets Most Wanted.
Yeah,
like
I mean, dude, they didn't even want to get Key and Peele. They got their characters in there for half a second. Keanu Reeves.
They shouldn't have even showed them. It was pointless that they didn't have Key and Peele. They showed Ducky and Bunny, even though that annoyed me because they're so talkative.
I thought the same thing. I was like, there's no shot they don't say anything, and they just stayed silent.
And they do get Keanu Reeves for basically one-liners.
I know, probably got like $10 million to do that.
Yeah, to do kaboom.
But yes, I need the next movie to focus about Buzz. I saw this thing where it was like average Woody and Jesse plot, and it's like, oh no, our owner's going away. They don't love toys anymore. And it's like average Buzz side plot, and it's like him strapped to a rocket, or it's like him in space, or him flying through the sky, like crashing into a car, or all the Buzzes from the new one, like in a shipping container in the woods. Like Buzz goes through it, dude.
Yeah.
Or him being turned evil and like betraying his friends. Like shit is crazy.
Yeah, no, but that's what I love about Buzz. He's always like that super comedic relief, even though and I was thinking about this too. I miss early Woody. I love his character arc, I do. But in the first movie, he is such a fucking asshole. It's so funny. Dude, it's hilarious. I love it.
I don't
That's the whole point. Why? You don't like any of them in the first movie.
I don't. The first movie is a good movie because I love the way it ends, but Woody and Buzz piss me the fuck off. I do not enjoy them.
That's the dynamic that I love in the first movie. That's what makes it so memorable and fun.
Dude, Woody tries to kill Buzz. He's a horrible person.
He didn't mean to knock him out the window.
But they really was an accident. They all thought he did.
They all thought he knocked him out the window.
He's probably done it before.
But he didn't knock him out the window. And that's what I loved about that movie. And then the little jokes were fucking Potato Head. And this goes on, I guess, along with the stuff we were saying about the characters before. But when he takes the mouth off and he starts doing the kiss the ass thing in the first movie is so good. That first movie is so fucking good.
Do you remember in the third movie where Mr. Potato Head becomes a tortilla and then he becomes a pickle or something, or a cucumber?
Yeah.
They just, the creativity they could use with the characters, and then they just don't, is so disappointing.
Yeah.
But the stuff with Jesse really got me. Obviously the animation is beautiful. It's incredible. The stuff with Jesse really got me. I mean, when it was revealed that her, Emily's daughter was named Jessie, that was a great, great moment.
I thought it was a great moment. Did you see how the film was originally going to end?
No.
The original ending of Toy Story 5 had Emily show up as a grandmother and introduce her childhood doll, Jessie, to her grandchild. And I thought, if you're going to do all this Jessie stuff, that is a better closure. I like that the name of the daughter's Jessie. I did love that moment. But she's going back to the house. She's at the place.
I thought Emily was going to be there.
We had that final moment with Andy and the toys. So I thought it made sense that Jessie would get that moment with her original owner.
I thought that too. I literally was like, oh shit, she's going to meet old Emily.
That would have been cool. So I liked that moment. And again, I liked the Jessie stuff. I loved her elevated role. And I did find what they did to be emotional. It just felt like they were kind of, reheating the nachos of Toy Story 2 a little bit. The only thing that they did with it was the Jessie name. They didn't really do anything else with it. But they made it such a huge plot point of the movie, but it felt like it was nothing else. They didn't say anything more about this and the way she felt about this that they did in the second movie, except she had that moment, which was a cool moment. But I don't know. That's why I'm like, what did any of these characters, even with her having the focus, like, what did they really have to do
I
in
liked
this
Smarty
movie?
Pants. He
I
made a lot
did
of poop
like Smarty
jokes. Conan
Pants.
O'Brien was
I did,
hilarious.
and when they had the scene during playtime and they made Smarty Pants look like Conan, they gave him the hair
Oh
and
yeah, that was so
everything.
funny.
That was fucking hilarious.
All the playtime
dude.
scenes looked beautiful.
They did, but my take, I think the animation in Toy Story 4 is better than Toy Story 5. I like the play scenes, but outside of the play scenes I'm talking about.
You think, like, just the regular scenes?
Yeah, I think they scaled it back because there were some complaints that people felt it looked too real. I disagree. I loved this realism kind of CGI animated approach to Toy Story 4. When you look at that opening scene with Woody and Bo Peep when she's being donated in the rain there by the car, that is the best.
Phenomenal.
That is the best looking scene from an animated standpoint in the Toy Story franchise, in my opinion.
I'm convinced animation and CGI just always looks better with rain or water or snow. Like, it just always makes it look better.
I mean, well, because you can reflect, at least with rain, like surfaces, like reflections and things like that. But I don't know, like I wouldn't even say it's just because it's rain. Like, I thought that in general, like the animation in Toy Story 4 was so incredible, and then they changed it up a bit in 5. And you're right, the play sequences were so creative, and I love how they stood out. They felt very imaginative, which is what a child playing with toys should feel like. But I just felt like the actual like rest of it was still great animation. This is a little nitpicky.
Yeah.
I just thought like the hyper realism of Toy Story 4 was so sleek and beautiful. It's part of why I personally like 4 a little more than 5.
I do miss, as much as I like the play scenes, obviously, I do miss back in like Toy Story 2 and 3 during the play scenes where it was like realistic. Like, Woody was the sheriff, Ham was evil Dr. Porkchop. Like, do you remember the whole train robbery sequence in the third
train
movie?
robbery sequence is so good.
The second one, Buzz, the video game of Buzz, and he's like invading Zurg's lair, like that. Like, that's awesome. And then, they do make it look obviously like more cartoony in this because it's all a different style. And also, something interesting about this movie is we're not counting Sid, I guess, but it's the first movie since the first movie that doesn't have a villain. Lily Pad is perceived as a villain, but she's really not. But the second, third, and fourth,
you're not wrong, but like Sid and Lily Pad are still considered villains in the franchise. But
I don't know if I'd call Sid. He's just doing things. He doesn't know they're alive.
No, but
he's
just
a kid being a kid.
Wow, were you tying rockets to fucking dolls and
no? But I'm not hurting
anybody
if I was. I mean, he was a dick to his sister, but that's not
I'm not saying that Sid is like a villain in the sense that he's like fucking Darth Vader, but he's obviously the antagonist, and
he's an antagonist, but he's not like a villain.
But I don't know. I think he's the villain to them. He's the villain, and we see these movies through the perspective of the toys, and he is a villain to them. I would argue that Sid is a villain in the Toy Story franchise.
I don't think so. I mean, like, think about it. Like, if you watch a movie, a Star Wars movie...
It's also not normal kid activities. It's just...
but if you watch a Star Wars movie from the perspective of a stormtrooper and they come out with a movie like that, are the Jedi the villains? Like, no, they're the antagonists, sure. Like, we watch Breaking Bad. Is Hank the villain? No, but he's the antagonist or whatever. I guess Gus is also the antagonist, but he's an antagonist to...
No, well,
Walter
Breaking
White.
Bad,
clearly
Walter
the bad
White
guy.
is the villain.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That's
so just perspective doesn't really matter.
I think it does, and it depends. I think it can. I think it can change how stories, because it's not always clear cut, black and white, good guy versus bad guy. That doesn't mean that you're not the villain in the story in this perspective.
But what is he doing that's villainous? Like tying a lifeless thing to a
even
lifeless thing.
Even if he doesn't know, but they're not. Okay, all right. Let me step into that argument. They're not lifeless. He doesn't know that. Doesn't matter. He's still a villain. He's killing living.
But how are you a villain if you don't know that?
He's just an ignorant
It's not villainous
villain.
It's not villainous to tie lifeless things together.
But I mean,
it's crazy, and it's like get this kid to therapy, but it's
I
not
th-
like a villainous act.
I think he's an ignorant villain because he gets joy out of it, and he is killing living beings. And sure, maybe he has an arc. If we see him learn from the end of
Yeah,
Toy
he needs to
Story,
show up in Toy Story 6.
obviously, I'm not saying that he is irredeemable as a character.
He's worse than Darth Vader.
I'm
He's
saying
worse.
though, to this degree, I would argue he is considered a villain in the toy. Not the worst villain in the toy. He's not Toy
He's not.
Hitler like
No,
Lotso.
Lotso is Toy Hitler.
You know. Anyway, I wanted to ask you what you thought about the whole technology story in general in the Toy Story franchise, and like going in that direction.
It was
What did you
good.
think of it?
It was good. It makes perfect sense. I am confused. This is a whole this is like the Cars. I mean, just sidebar, I'm confused about now what's alive in this universe. Like, is my computer alive? Like, I don't know. Is my phone alive? Is it just like watch me fucking Google weird shit? Like, I don't know. But I thought it's just an obvious progression. Like, this makes perfect sense. I do think that they maybe they exaggerate it a little bit to the effect of
I don't think so.
well, this when they show the windows and every kid's in a window on an iPad, I do think that is a little exaggerated, but
You think so?
I think
mean,
so.
everyone is always using screens. I think it's, exaggerated. I I guess because not everyone's going to be doing it at the same moment.
That's what I mean. Just to get the point across. That's what I
But
meant.
that's the point, and I think that it's made very well by showing us that, look, everybody's on their screens all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense for them to go this route. It makes sense, and I like the way it's concluded, where you can have the coexistence of toys and tech at the same time. And look at the buzzes. I think that was a great meld of a toy with tech, and same with Smarty Pants and that fucking hippo phone thing. I think it makes perfect sense that toys will evolve too, and you can live together.
I agree. I agree that I think that this whole story about the way technology replaces traditional, toys for kids growing up, kids getting access to technology at younger ages, which the film makes the point kind of matures you at a earlier rate, which I agree with. I think that it's relevant. I think they incorporate it with these characters very well, because I think it resonates in this story. I mean, here's the thing. I thought you could argue it's a little forced, because there are a lot of movies these days that are and now how technology impacts it. And it's that feels like not only the logical direction, but maybe the only direction to go in right now.
Yeah.
But with that said, seeing them do it in Toy Story resonates, because you're seeing the contrast between new age technology, versus iconic characters in Woody and Buzz and Jessie that represent this bygone era of traditional play and traditional, kind of approach to, your growing up. So I think that really worked for me. Part of why I really like this movie. Just because I think when you think of Woody and Buzz and Jessie, you kind of picture a different simple time, right?
Yeah,
And
100%.
now in their world, it's also getting complicated. Everything is modernizing, and it's harder and harder to keep up. And so trying to find that balance in a world where you can't slow down or stop that evolution, right? Of technology, of, the internet, we talk a lot about AI. Seeing that in contrast with toys that represent this, it really does kind of drive that point home of trying to stay connected to the past and safely venture into the future. So long story short, I think it worked very well with this movie.
I agree. I think they could have done the easy route and been technology's bad. At the end, Bonnie fucking throws out Lily Pad or something. She doesn't want to do it. Oh, lesson learned, technology's bad, play with your toys. But I like the way that they made Lily genuinely care about Bonnie, so she was sympathetic, and she made a mistake. We've all made mistakes, and she wanted to reconcile with those mistakes and throw herself out. She was feeling guilt, and then they all come together at the end, which makes me, we're talking about new characters that kind of get sidelined in the next movie. If we get a Toy Story 6, I want to see Lily Pad. I want to see Smarty Pants. I want to see these characters. I mean, he doesn't live with them, so maybe probably not, but I want to see Lily Pad actually be part of the group and have that integration of technology and toys that you see at the end of this movie. That's just the linear path we're taking.
Right, I agree. I mean, Smarty Pants probably not as much as I love the character in Conan, as
Yeah,
it's like Barbie, where people are like, "Why isn't Barbie been in the last 2 movies?" Because she's at Sunnyside.
Yeah, she's
You know
with
what I
Ken.
mean? She's with
Michael
Ken.
Keaton.
So it'd be cool to see them show up, I guess, in the final movie, maybe like somehow. But I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I really enjoyed this movie. Real quick, what did you think of the Taylor Swift song? That was such a big deal. They did the whole countdown and playing the credits. I was like, oh,
That's fine. Honestly, I
You
was
think
like,
you think it'll win the Oscar for best original song
no,
this
dude.
year?
I
It'll
don't
get
know.
nominated probably.
I didn't even notice it until like it was almost over. I was like, oh, is this the Taylor Swift song we've been talking about? And they were like, yeah, I think so. Like, oh, okay.
Well, it is weird to hear like a pop song like that in a Toy Story movie. I don't know. Have we? Usually it's just Randy Newman, right? So I don't know if we've ever gotten another.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
mean, it
Toy
was in the
Story
credits,
4.
right?
Yeah, no, I know, but
Yeah.
still, it's like Avatar had the Miley
Well,
Cyrus
that
song.
was a jump scare. That was weird.
Yeah,
This
that one was weird.
this fits. I mean,
No, it fit. It fit. I'm not even saying
Yeah.
like it was a good song. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like I don't know if we usually have gotten those before
maybe I don't know.
in Toy
Maybe.
Story. If we did, it would have been with 4.
Yeah,
not
so we
the
probably got
first 3.
something in 4. Do you
But
want
no, I liked
to jump into some rankings?
Yeah. All right. So that's our thoughts on Toy Story. Really solid entry into this franchise, into Pixar. Not the greatest movie, but still always a good time.
Always
a good time. Yeah. Now we are going to rank every Pixar movie. We're doing a rapid ranking. So how this is going to work is so Jack has seen 28. I've seen all 31.
Yeah, so I'll start off by saying that I have not seen Turning Red, Cars 2, or Cars 3, so they will be omitted from my list.
And I've seen all of them. So I'm going to give my first 3, my last 3, I guess. And then I'll go, okay, 28. And Jack and I are both going to say what we have at that spot in our list. And we'll react. You know what I mean? We'll see how we feel, and we'll go throughout the list, and we'll see how we feel. Who has like the weirder ranking, the better ranking,
If we agree, disagree. We've taken peeks at each other's lists before, but it's not like I have it memorized, so I'm sure there'll be some surprises in there.
And I don't like have yours up. I only have mine.
Yeah, I got mine up, so I know what I'm doing.
Right. Okay, so I guess we are going to begin with my 31st, 30th, and 29th Pixar movies. In 31st, in last place, my least favorite Pixar movie is The Good Dinosaur.
Fine with that. Totally fine with that.
Not. You know what's funny about that too is if like that was like an Illumination movie, I'd be like, oh, it's not even like. And I just want to say it because it's my least favorite. It's not, I don't hate the movie. It's just not that great. It's just mid and unmemorable.
Yeah,
like if it was from a lesser studio, you'd be like, oh, all right.
Yeah, it's fine. But no, it's boring.
In 30th, I have Cars 2.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
For a reason.
For a good reason. And in 29th, I have Brave.
You are doing a rewatch.
I don't hate it. It doesn't feel like a Pixar movie to me. It does not at all feel like a Pixar movie.
I like Brave. Dude. It's not amazing, but I liked it.
But again, I don't hate it. The lowest I've ever rated any of these movies with The Good Dinosaur is like a 5, maybe. So
yeah,
I don't
just
hate,
middle of the pack.
And Brave is not that. You know what I mean? Brave is probably like to me a 6 or even maybe a very low 7. Like
I gotcha.
I like it. It's just I'm a huge Pixar fan. I like most Pixar movies to obviously some I love. It's just I don't know. It like I said, it doesn't feel like Pixar to me.
Okay. I guess I'll go now.
Yeah, so we'll go 28, and we'll both
so
say
our 28th Pixar movies on our Pixar ranking list. My least favorite Pixar movie is The Good Dinosaur, same as yours. Yeah, so I totally agree.
Oh, what? You have that on 28? What's below it? Okay. My 28th is Cars 3.
And I've never seen it, so that's there you go. And then do you want to go 27, and then so we'll go back and
forth?
Well,
27th, I have Lightyear.
I'm completely fine with that. So I told you earlier, I was like, I bet our top 5 and our bottom 5 are pretty similar, and they are.
Yeah.
Except for my 27th, I have Inside Out. Is my second to least favorite Pixar movie.
Bro, that is the
Inside Out
most
sucks.
fucked up shit ever.
The first Inside Out sucks.
Ever. You
Sucks
have it
ass.
below Lightyear.
Sucks ass, sucks balls.
You have it below Brave.
I like
you
Brave.
have it okay, but Lightyear.
Yes.
You have it below Elio. No.
Inside Out sucks.
No, that is what sucks. Why? How's it that bad?
Dude, the characters are annoying. Bing Bong, everyone's favorite Bing Bong. Don't give a fuck about him. Literally, the characters are annoying. That's it. Because they all have, guess what? They're one emotion. I get it. But if that's your whole shtick, it can't be annoying. If your character is just, you're supposed to be annoying, it sucks. I don't like the characters. But I like them in Inside Out 2. We move on to Inside Out 2. I like them. They're so much better. They're so redeeming because they've learned, obviously, since the first movie. And they're good characters in the second one.
That is wild. Whatever. All right. 26.
My 26th favorite Pixar movie is Finding Dory.
Oh, my 26th Pixar movie is Finding Dory.
There we go, dude.
Look at that.
Wow. All right. Should have been Finding Marlin. Should have been finding a better script. All right.
No, it's a fun movie. It's just not anything special.
It is what it is.
It's fun. I in 25th, my 25th ranked Pixar movie, I have Elemental.
Wow. Okay. I really liked Elemental. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. In 25th, I have Lightyear. So still towards the bottom, so you can't.
But
hate
look,
that too
like
much.
again, I mean, 25th. There are 6 Pixar movies on my list below Elemental. I like Elemental. It's fun. I like the concept of the world. I don't know. I didn't think it was as, like interesting. Like I didn't really buy into the romance in that movie. Like I don't know. I didn't
really. I thought it was great. I thought Wade's like love for her was really good.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, 24th. Who's going first? You.
I go first. For 24, I have Toy Story 4.
Oh, okay. In 24th, I have Elio.
Toy Story 4 is just a huge disappointment. I don't hate your Elio take because mine's not too far from this, but I don't know where you have Toy Story 4, but
Elio is my lowest film on this Pixar list that I gave 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd, and it's 24th. Like wow. I like Elio. I like most Pixar movies.
So you like these more than me so far because I think Toy Story 4 at 24, that's like a 3.5 for me.
Yeah, that's wild to me because Elio at 24 is like an 8 or like maybe like a 7.8. So like I rounded up.
Wow. Okay.
I like Elio.
All right. What do you got next?
In 23rd, I have Toy Story 5. It's a good movie, but there's a lot of good movies in Pixar's catalog. That's what this comes down to. It's a good movie.
Toy Story
there's
5.
There's a lot of good movies. There are a lot of them in this catalog.
The fact that you have it below this movie is insane. I have in 23rd, I have Onward.
I like Onward.
Dude, Onward it's not bad, but it's just like there. Like Onward doesn't do anything for me.
That's how I feel about Elemental. Like it's just there, you know.
Wow. All right.
That's how I really feel about Lightyear. Like Lightyear's just good dinosaurs just there. But
in 22nd, I have A Bug's Life, one of the originals.
In 22nd, I have Monsters University, a fun prequel, but some really cool moments. But it's again. It's not anything like super special.
Yeah, Monsters University is not too far from my list, so I can't even hate on
that. And A Bug's Life's not too far of mine, so I can't hate on it either. In 21st, I have Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't have it as 21st, but it's close. I'm with you. I think Incredibles 2 is a little overrated.
I liked it a lot when I first saw it, and it has since kind of not aged as well with me. There are things about that film that I'm not as big of a fan of, Screenslaver as the villain and, a few other things. It's still a good movie. Again, these are all, at this point, good movies in my book. I like all of them. Again, it's just such a it's just such a packed catalog of films. So it, something gets shoved down.
I agree. Right. Well, actually, we're on 21, so my 21st is Brave. So it's not
All right.
terribly
All
far up
right.
there, but I
All
really like
right.
Brave.
Yeah. No,
It's
no,
still a
no. That's
3.5. I'm
respectable.
still in the 3.5 territory.
3.5 stars or 3.5 out of 10?
Stars. 3.5 stars.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
20th is
Yeah.
Luca.
Oh, I think that's low.
Really?
I do. In 20th, I have A Bug's Life, which I agree with what you said. I think this movie, it's not incredible, but it was it used to be actually lower on my list. It's overhated a bit. Like, I don't know.
Overhated.
And maybe that's a little nostalgia driven, but like, it's a fun movie. I think it's a really good second entry for Pixar. I think it gets too much hate.
It's stuck between 2 Toy Story movies. Like, what do you think's gonna happen to it?
Yeah, but like, this is a really good one. Like, I think if you go back and rewatch it, you're like, oh, this actually is like, I remember this movie fondly now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't hate that placement at all.
Yeah.
You're up.
I am up.
19.
In 19th, I have Onward. So I don't have it super high up, but I like this movie. I think I love the animation. I love the story. The ending with the dad, really got to me. Like, I don't know. I think that this movie got forgotten because of the pandemic. It came out like right at the start of it, and it was just dropped on Disney Plus. But this is a good one.
Okay. I have Elio in 19.
All right, I can respect that.
Yeah, I just can't get over the bean stuff, man. With all the bean faces.
In Elio, yeah.
Yeah, like the animation was weird, but
Yeah.
I like when Pixar moves past that and does some original shit. In 18th, Monsters University, underrated as fuck, dude.
No, well, good movie. In 18th, I have Toy Story 4. I talked before about why I like that movie.
Wow, 2 Toy Story movies, and both of them are 18 and lower. That is kind of crazy to me.
18 and 23.
That's
out of
all right.
31. Yeah,
All right.
Look, I love Toy Story. It is obviously the flagship franchise of Pixar, but like I've said there is a lot of good movies that Pixar has made.
Can't deny that. You're up.
In 17th, I have Hoppers.
Man, I really liked Hoppers. It's one of the only times I saw a movie twice in theaters. I never usually do that. That's disappointing, bro. But it's hard because there's such good stuff. In 17th,
I really like Hoppers.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Also, you're rating higher than me on these so far. So, like, if you put it in 17, what is that, a 4 out of 10 for you?
You mean a 4 out of 5?
4 out of 5 for you?
Yeah.
I'm only getting into my 4 out of 5s now. You've been in them. So
I've been in them since 24. And we're
17 is my first 4 out of 5. And it's going to be Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
And same issues that you had with it. It's not the first one. Love the first one.
Yeah.
And it's just got villain and it's got story issues and stuff. But I like that they focus on Elastigirl now. Give her some time to shine. And Frozone is pretty dope in it.
I like Hoppers. I think it's a great movie. I'm glad that Pixar had such a successful original film in 2026. I just don't think it was their most like emotionally in-depth kind of film that they've ever come out with. Like, I don't know. It was kind of just Avatar. I don't know, but I really like it.
They should have done more with their grandma, I think. But
yeah.
like that stuff, what they did have got me.
Yeah.
In 16th place, you're gonna hate this. I have Soul.
Nah, that is way too low, my friend.
I have Soul in 16th.
That is way too low.
Yeah. Wow. Soul like never did anything for me. It's a good movie, like it's a 4 out of 10, but it never did what everyone says it does for them, where it's like this insane thing. Like it's funny and the character and it looks good. I like the realistic like backgrounds and streets and buildings and stuff like that with the cartoonish looking people. It's funny, it looks good, it's got a great message, and it's a 4-star movie. I don't dislike it one bit, but it's just not like the incredible movie that people love. Like, I like it. I think it's really good, but I don't love it.
I mean, fair, I guess. I love it. I'll get to it when I get to it, but
I've only seen it once. There's only a couple of these movies that I've only seen once besides the newer ones. Like, I've only seen Soul once, I've only seen Brave once. And then the newer, like I've only seen Onward once, and then the newer ones, obviously Toy Story 5 and like Elemental, shit like that. But Yeah, I've only seen it once, so I'd probably due for a rewatch.
I think so. I've seen it a few times. There's a few I've only seen once as well, mostly the ones from the last few years. But
Uh-huh.
in 16th, speaking of the last few years, I have Inside Out 2. A really solid sequel.
Yeah.
Really, really good movie. It's basically at the halfway point of my list when it would probably be close to the top for a lot of other animation studios. So, I like Inside Out a lot. I like this franchise. I want to see them make a third one, and I like two. Yeah.
So you like the first one better? I don't think you said the first one yet, right?
No, of course I like the first one more. It's a
All
better
right.
movie. You're
All
fucking
right.
crazy.
All right. Fair enough.
In 15th is my hottest Pixar take, I think. In 15th, I have Turning Red, which you can't judge me on yet
I
because you haven't
won't.
seen.
I've heard of shit, but I won't say anything.
I know people didn't love this. I think that it got overlooked. It was one of the Pixar films that got released straight to Disney Plus at the time during a few years because of the pandemic. And those movies all kind of got looked over in a way, except for Soul, I guess. But like even that one still didn't get the release originally that it deserved. Turning Red, at first I didn't like it either, but it got me by the end. Like this, I was crying by the end. I thought it was like a very honest film. Like I said, it took me a while to get hooked in. But the themes of like family and growing up, I think, are executed well here. I like the art style of the film. Not all the animation, not the stuff with the humans necessarily, the being, but like some of the art style around it, I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked how this movie, like the argument I always make, is aimed at a younger audience. A new generation of moviegoers and how they're able to kind of connect with them in a way that I still see it working. You know what I mean? And it still hit me. So I don't know. Like that is a hot take, I guess. But Turning Red, and I've only seen it once actually, but like I enjoyed it. I fondly remember that movie.
I'll watch it eventually.
And I
That was
don't think you'll
15.
like it as much as me. Yeah.
That's
That was
15.
15.
My number 15 is Elemental. And I will be fully honest. I liked Elemental when I watched it. I gave it 4 stars. I put it right in my ranking. Years later, I don't fucking remember anything about this movie. So I think a rewatch, I might like it less. But as of right now, it's number 15. Based on exactly when I watched it, I was like, this is 15.
That's your Turning Red. Because
That's my
don't you
Turning
think
Red.
that I feel like that's probably like considered a little high.
Probably. I mean, yeah, that's probably my highest one that people would disagree with. Yeah.
Um,
What are we on, 14 now?
yeah.
My 14th is close to yours, Inside Out 2. I think it was a huge step up from the first one. A lot of people disagree, but I loved it.
My 14th is Luca, another one of those pandemic Pixar films that got forgotten or looked over. But I thought that this, speaking of animation, I thought this actually was really well animated. I thought it was a beautiful story. I thought, like the questions that it wants to ask, so the vibes that it brings. It's fun. It's colorful. I like the world. I like the setting. Yeah, no, I think it's a very wonderful movie.
People were saying Silencio Bruno for a while when that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a trending sound on TikTok.
Yeah.
No, I think Luke is really like wonderful is the way I would describe that movie. I think it deserves more love. In 13th, I have the first Cars movie. I love Cars. I don't love, this franchise as much as other people, hence, 2 and 3 being lower and maybe Cars 1 some people would say higher. We'll see on yours, but I don't know. I like the first one, just not as much as some of the other OGs.
Yeah, it's a good OG. I totally agree. It's a really good OG, but there's just way better.
Yeah.
Number 13, I have Hoppers. Loved Hoppers, saw it twice. You talked about it. Again, it's like I think I gave it 4.5. I think this is where I reach into 4.5 territory. So everything above this is a 4.5 out of 5. So Hoppers at 13 is great. I loved it.
My 4.5s actually did start with Turning Red. So 15 on.
Yeah, mine started at 13. So that's good.
I didn't think to say that.
At number 12, I have Toy Story 5. I was very surprised that 2 movies in 2026 reached 13 and 12 for me. When Hoppers was this high, I was like, that's awesome. A 2026 Pixar movie at number 13, that's great. It was number 12 at the time. And then I saw Toy Story 5, and I cannot believe it just beat out Hoppers for me. I loved Toy Story 5. Obviously, we just talked about it a shit ton. And Clearly much more than you, but I thought it was great.
12 is the beginning of my 10 out of 10s, my 5 stars.
Whoa.
I think there are 12 5-star movies from Pixar
I'll tell you,
to
I
this
think there's
point.
only 7.
All right. I think there are 12.
Okay.
So there is a lot of Pixar that I think hit that top tier. Cars at 13 was my highest 4.5, I would say.
Gotcha.
In 12th, I have Toy Story 3.
Crazy. That is insane, dude.
I know. I get it. It would be one of the best movies in most other studios. It is the 12th best movie, and it's still a 10 out of 10.
Bro,
It was a Best Picture nominee
that
at the
movie is so
Oscars.
good.
It
It is
is
so
very good.
emotional.
It is very good. It is so incredible. I love that movie. It's funny. It's emotional. Well animated. It's 12th place.
Fantastic villain. The characters
Yeah.
are
Lots of
amazing.
great.
Oh my
You know what I
god.
mean? The
The
ending,
twist.
the ending with Andy, giving the toys away that ties the whole franchise together is one of my favorite scenes in all of Pixar.
12?
12, 12. Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
At least you're
Yeah.
giving it 10 out of 10 though.
It's still there are 12. That's what I'm saying. It's very difficult. That's why when you see me say like Hopper's at 17 and all these other, they are really good movies. There are just 12 10 out of 10 5-star movies that Pixar has made. It is very competitive.
You're giving it 10 out of 10. I can't hate it, but 12 is just crazy low to me. All right. My number 11. No, you start with 11 now, I think.
Oh yes, my number 11 is Inside Out.
Yeah, way too high.
No, you have this
Ass movie.
below Lightyear,
Ass
dude.
movie.
That is the craziest thing to me. Absolutely love Inside Out, dude. Emotional, and I think it is one of the most unique, distinctive, creative worlds that Pixar's ever crafted and put on the screen. Love it.
My 11 is Ratatouille. Just barely, just not making it to the top 10. Ratatouille, man. I wouldn't hate if we got a Ratatouille sequel. And this is a great movie. This is a 4.5 for me. I love it. But it never, to me, it's kind of like Bug's Life a little bit. It's kind of sandwiched between really, really great stuff. And it's not forgettable like Bug's Life was. This is a great, great movie, but it just never really stood out to me as much as the other OGs.
I mean, all right, that's fair. I can't really argue it. I think it's a 5-star movie, obviously, because I haven't said it yet. So I take more issue to the rating than the ranking almost. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Because if you were like, yeah, no, all right, I'm not like mad about it. There's just a lot of great movies. I get it. All right, top 10.
My number 10. So like we know what the OGs are, right? Like Ratatouille. My number 10 is Cars. Cars and OG. It's
Cars is an OG.
It's like right there with Ratatouille. Like I think they at certain days maybe they're interchangeable, but right now I have Cars a little bit better. Yeah, I've never seen Cars 2 or Cars 3. Obviously don't care about it that much, but it's good. It's making my top 10. It's a good time.
Yeah. In 10th, I have the original Toy Story. This is just a classic. It's a staple. You know what I mean? It's so easy to rewatch. Such a fun adventure. I mean, nothing's perfect, but it is near it. This is an incredible movie.
Yeah, I agree. And like I was shit talking Toy Story earlier. Like I do hate Woody and Buzz in that, but it's not like I hate them. I hate the way they act. It's like it's like a you love to hate them kind of thing. You know?
I love the way they act. It is annoying, but it's a good annoying. It works. It's part of the movie.
So, yeah, it annoys the fuck out of me, but it's like I enjoy it still.
But I have fun. I don't hate them for it. I think it, I like, because it makes their relationship throughout the rest of Toy Story more rewarding.
And it makes their ending, even in that movie, fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. So, in 9th place, you're going to hate it, but you got to respect, it's still a 10 out of 10, The Incredibles. I love The Incredibles.
Dipshit.
I love The Incredibles. It is genuinely one of the best superhero movies of all time. It is one of the best Pixar movies of all time. It is such a fun world, so many fun characters, such a fun story, such a fun movie. It's 9th. I love The Incredibles. I love it. It's 9th.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dude. We'll get into I'll get into. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'll get into Incredibles when I love
it. I love it. 10 out of 10. It's 9th.
You know what's funny? I don't want to spoil the lists. Okay, I won't spoil the list, but what I'm about to say, you gotta click in your mind with what I'm saying. Okay. My 9th place is WALL-E.
Yeah. Okay.
My 9th place is WALL-E. Your 9th place is Incredibles. WALL-E is a 4.5 for me. We're not there yet. We're almost at the 10s, but we're not there yet. Yeah, it's great. WALL-E's great. I don't even really have anything to say about it. I love WALL-E.
Okay. In 8th place,
Nope,
I
my turn.
have. Oh, you're right. You're right.
In 8th place, I have the original Toy Story. So a
All
little
right.
close to yours. Yeah, everything we said, great movie. Started it all.
In 8th place, I have Ratatouille. I
Okay,
absolutely love
not too far from
Ratatouille.
mine.
No, I absolutely not at all. I love Ratatouille though. I think that this movie is so iconic. I love Remy. He is one of my favorite characters. This is just such a great movie.
Would
Such a
you be
great
pissed if
movie.
they announced a sequel, or would you be optimistic?
No, I mean, obviously it doesn't need a sequel, but like most of these don't need one. I guess like I guess you could do a sequel to it and it wouldn't be the end of the world. There's a few that I wouldn't want them to do sequels to. But I
WALL-E,
don't know.
obviously.
Yeah, you can't do a WALL-E
You can't do a
sequel.
WALL-E. Soul.
Ratatouille, like, do I want them to do one? Not necessarily. If they do one, is it gonna be the end of the world? No, not that
It's
one.
possible to make it good.
Yeah. So, but I love Ratatouille. All right, now it's my fucking turn. In 7th place, I have Up.
Before you say anything,
Yeah.
I'm getting to my 10 out of 10s now. In 7th place, I have Up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, this is just a absolutely beautiful movie. Obviously,
Yeah.
the first 10 minutes are what everyone talks about, which is the best scene in all of Pixar. But I think everyone underrates the rest of the movie. Like, oh, the rest of the movie is forgettable. No, it's not. It's
Because
so
the first
good.
one outshines the rest of it, but the rest of it should not be forgotten. It's awesome. It's great.
It's a great movie. The adventure is awesome. The characters are great.
It's hilarious.
It's funny.
Doug
and it's
and
still really
Russell.
emotional. The scene when Carl finds the book, you know, like the adventure book,
Oh,
and
but
he's
before they
looking
lift
through.
off?
No. Like later on, like, you know, they're at what, you know, South America, whatever the fuck they were
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
to, and I don't even remember the context around it. I just remember I haven't seen Up in quite a few years, but like he is looking through, he finds the book, the house is all a mess, so it's like way after the liftoff. It's like towards the end of the movie.
Oh,
Because he
yeah.
always thought, like, I remember throughout the movie, Carl's whole thing is like, I never gave Ellie, you know, the life she truly wanted. Like, you know, I feel like she could have done more. You know, she always wanted to travel and we never did, or whatever the fuck. And then he finds the adventure book and he's looking through and he sees all the pictures from the life they have together. And then he gets to the end, whereas she like writes a note where it's like, you know, I loved our adventure. We had a great one. Now go find a new one. And he's all emotional. It is such, like, even talking about that scene gets
I
me
know.
emotional.
You're getting me a
there's
little bit, bro.
there
Like,
is
it's so
there are so many great moments in that movie beyond the 10 minutes
good. Even
that
the
are
ending when
forgotten
he's
about.
basically in the spot for Russell's dad at his like Eagle Scout, whatever it's not Eagle Scout, but
Yeah.
whatever it is in the
Yeah.
movie. And he puts the pin on him. Like, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful movie. We both have it as 10 out of 10s. We both have it in 7th place. That is the most unified we're gonna get today.
Probably.
In 6th place, just above Up, I have Coco. I love Coco. 6th place. It's again, I'm where you're at, where it's maybe lower than you'd say, but it's still a 10 out of 10 movie for me.
Yeah. No.
It's 10 out of 10. It's in 6th place. Coco is amazing. Coco is beautiful. The music is gas, and it's just it's another one that will fucking get you, man. It's not all these movies are gonna like make you cry, right? But this is one of them that, oh my god, it's beautiful. And they're making a second one. What the fuck's that about? Whatever.
In 6th place, I have Soul. It is incredible that this isn't in my top 5, given how much I love this movie.
Yeah,
I've seen it like
you
3
love
times.
this movie.
That's just the Pixar power there. Like, it is right outside. But Soul is so beautiful. I think what makes this one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time is the fact that Soul is kind of like a love letter to the original, from Pixar to the original generation of moviegoers, which is you and I, you know, the people who grew up with their golden era of movies and have since, you know, have since grown up and moved on. And, like, you know, the way I look at it is like Pixar, they gave us their characters, they gave us their stories, and you know, we talk about all these movies that we love, like they teach us lessons that we have carried with us throughout our lives, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly. And so that's why I think Soul is so emotional and important and impactful to me from Pixar, because it's them kind of acknowledging this with us and kind of like showing us now what that means to look like, to apply it as adults, not just from this childlike perspective through toys and emotions and monsters and cars, but like as people, and what it means to be, be fully realized, and um showcasing all the things that we deal with, anxiety and depression and our careers and the purpose in our lives. It like Soul to me just feels like us on the screen. I absolutely love this movie so much. I could not speak enough about Soul.
And this movie came out while you and I were locked in our apartment, just drinking 24/7 and
Yeah,
playing games with Letterboxd.
that is true. So
Yeah.
it was a very reflective time in
You're like,
life.
very relatable movie
Yeah,
about this
yeah.
successful musician.
Yeah.
I
It's my
think you're up for
turn.
top
Off the
five.
off the
Yeah.
yeah, top 5. In 5th, I have Finding Nemo. It's fucking Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Incredible movie. Again, very emotional, like, it talk about great characters, great story. Just the epitome of a classic,
Is
really.
this the biggest? I think this is probably the biggest difference. Maybe your Cars and Cars 2 are, but the biggest difference between a movie and its sequel, or movies in the same franchise? It's got to. I mean, what
So
was
Finding Nemo was 5th, and Finding Dory I have at 26th.
yes, you got 21 in between. I mean,
And Cars I have at 13th. Cars 3 is at 28th, and 2 is at 30th. So I do think this is the biggest disparity
yeah.
between a film and its sequel.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Finding Dory's a cute movie, but Finding Nemo is like a legitimate household classic.
And also the balls they have on them to start that movie that way.
I
Crazy.
know. I know.
Insane, dude.
Insane.
Insane.
It's beautiful.
My fifth crack in my top 5 is Toy Story 3. I love this, man. And as you can tell, I have 2 Toy Story movies in the top 5, since I haven't said one of them yet. But Toy Story 3 is just phenomenal. I love it. I love The Lost Betrayal. I can just rave about this movie all day. I won't. I'll get into the top 4. My 4th movie is Finding Nemo. So I'm right there with you. Finding Nemo is great. It's one of the ones besides Toy Story that not just the main characters are memorable, but the side characters are memorable. Like, of course, all the
Yeah.
toys in Toy Story are, but how often are people referencing like Crush or Bruce or Gil, Willem Dafoe? People want to fuck that fish. They're like they
That's
think
a
Gil is
little,
hot,
I mean,
right?
I have seen that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
But
don't know if I
again,
agree with it. It's a fish, but
yeah, but very memorable characters in this movie. The fact that they're only in it for a little bit, and we remember them. I mean, Finding Nemo is fantastic.
yeah. In 4th place on my Mount Rushmore of Pixar movies, I have Toy Story 2, my favorite Toy Story movie. It is everything you want out of that movie. It is funny. It has emotional beats. It has great character arcs. It has great dynamics in the film. A great villain in Prospector Pete and Al. Al is great.
Al is
It's
great.
got it's got one of the best jokes in all of Pixar. I can't believe I have to drive all the way to work on a Saturday, and then he just drives right across the street. I fucking love Toy Story 2. And
I
I
love
love
it.
the shit with Zurg when he's like, I am your father. No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna play
play
catch
catch with
with
my
my
dad.
dad.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
great. And every character gets a chance to shine, which is what we talked
Yeah.
about before.
Yeah. In 3rd place, I have Monsters Inc., just an all-time childhood favorite. It again, like all Pixar movies, it has comedy, it has emotion, it has great voice acting. John Goodman, Billy Crystal, iconic characters, both the leads and the side characters. A great story, great animation, especially for 2001. Like, I grew up with this movie, and I think it stands the test of time. Truly, I could like it's one of those movies where it's like, if you could be stuck watching just one movie for the rest of your life, Monsters Inc. would be a tremendous pick. It'd be so easy to just watch again and again.
Totally agree. My 3rd place is Toy Story 2. So again, I'm there with you. Best Toy Story movie, top 3 Pixar movies of all time. I love it. I love when you go from Buzz and Woody hating each other to their friendship at the end of the first one, and then the second movie is all about Buzz leading the group to rescue Woody. Like, that is such tremendous writing, in that they made this sequel when Buzz's whole character was like, I'm kind of a nobody, I'm figuring out who I am, I'm not a toy, blah blah blah. To make him now that's done, and he's locked into being a toy. Not only just a toy, he's leading them. I love seeing Buzz like that. I love seeing Woody get to know Jesse and have these conflicting feelings of, do I want to stay? Do I want to leave? Which kind of leads into what happens in Toy Story 4. So you kind of get that a little early on. And I love Jessie in this. She refuses to believe that it's true, that people can love her, because people can love her. And then Toy Story 5 happens, blah, blah, blah. But it's great. Toy Story 2 is phenomenal. You just said Monsters, Inc. is your second favorite? Or third favorite?
No, we were on 3.
Oh yeah, we're on 3. My second favorite is Monsters, Inc. So we have them next to each other. Just
you're like trailing like behind or something.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a little behind. So my third favorite
is
is Toy Story 2. My second favorite is Monsters, Inc. Wow, dude, this is pretty interchangeable with my first one. Just today, I'm feeling second, but I love this. Also, like, not just the characters, which you talked about, the world. Like, I love when these movies have great world building, and some of them are just regular worlds where the fish talk, regular worlds where the toys talk. Yeah, the world building of this, where monsters are in an alternate dimension that travel through doors, and they have to scare you to power their world, which then turns to laughter. Incredible! Whoever thought of that is just spectacularly
and basing all
creative.
of it based on the whole, like, there's a monster under the bed or a monster in the closet thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so inventive.
And it's funny that the monsters we see, like, they're not scary. Like, Sully's scary when he tries to be, but he's a fun guy. Like, he's, they go to dinner at the hibachi restaurant. Like, Sully's just chill like that. Like, it's so fun to me. Monsters, Inc., incredible world, incredible story, incredible movie.
I can't argue, man. I love it. In second place, and it's almost the same. It can be interchangeable, but it's generally, I feel confident it's number 2, is Coco. This is such a beautiful movie. It's one of the best animated movies in Pixar's catalog. I love the music. It's absolutely incredible. The characters are great. I think Hector is one of the best, or not Hector, Ernesto de la Cruz is one of the best villains in Pixar. I love the twist in that movie. I think it's so emotional. I can cry pretty much every time watching it. Bless you.
My bad. Thanks.
And like, you're right. I don't know what business they have making a sequel to this perfect fucking movie. But Coco is a masterpiece. Absolute
really
masterpiece.
Is. I think Pixar, like, their villains are kind of not talked about enough. Like, you get Ernesto, you get Lotso, like, these great characters. I mean, there's so many, like, even like Charles Muntz from Up is really good, and yeah, there's just so much. There's some good stuff.
Anton Ego from Ratatouille. Although I guess the villain in that movie is more
the main chef.
Yeah, the other chef.
Yeah, I like Syndrome, or like, yeah, just great villains. And you're right, Ernesto's great.
Yeah.
And hit us with it. Oh wait, no, yeah, that was my number 2. So yeah.
Yeah, so my number 1, my favorite, and we'll see if people paying attention at home, keeping count, can recognize the pattern you pointed out. My favorite is WALL-E, which was your number 9. I think WALL-E is the most beautiful movie, not just visually, but also narratively and emotionally, just the most profound film that Pixar's ever released. It's proof that good writing is not necessarily related to just good dialogue. And I think it's such an important story because it speaks to, our environment, our future, our independence and autonomy as people, as a species. It's just so beautiful. I think WALL-E is one of my favorite Pixar characters of all time. I love the stuff with Eve. His adventure is just like one for the ages, and like, it's not just my favorite Pixar movie, it's one of my favorite animated movies of all time, and genuinely just one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I think this movie is just as good as any of the best movies you could possibly name of any kind of movie. Like, that is how good WALL-E is.
I love WALL-E. I think WALL-E is Pixar's highest rated movie of all time. It is on Letterboxd. I'm pretty sure it is on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes also. Well, Rotten Tomatoes is a couple hundreds, but
it would be justified for it to be the highest rated one on Letterboxd. You're right.
Yeah, it is. And my number one, my favorite Pixar movie of all time, your number 9 is The Incredibles. This is the best Fantastic Four movie we'll ever get, dude. Incredibles is great. Not only is Syndrome great, Frozone's great, but the relationship between the characters is so special. Dash and Violet and Jack Jack and Elastigirl, who's thick and bad as hell, and Mr. Incredible. Dude, the movie starts with Mr. Incredible talking about how he kind of wants to get out of the hero game, and then Elastigirl's on the camera going, "Leave the hero stuff to the men? I don't think so. I don't think so." Then it goes to their real life, and she's the mom who wants to be a mom, and then he's the dad who doesn't want to be a dad, and he wants to go out and fight crime and fight robots and stuff. The duality of their relationships with their kids and their jobs and their role as parents and as superheroes, letting the kids join in and become superheroes too. Incredible. Didn't even mean to say that, but it is incredible.
Pun intended.
Dude, it is so just special to me. So great and also so dark. This is a dark movie at times. The movie starts with Mr. Incredible saving a guy about to jump off a building and commit suicide, and he breaks the guy's neck, and then he gets sued. And then it goes into how all the superheroes are getting exterminated and killed, and he finds his friend's skeleton. Like, it's very dark movie, but it's very grounded, even though it's about superheroes and superpowers, and it is just so good. I love The Incredibles. WALL-E and The Incredibles, two of our favorite Pixar movies, my favorite and your favorite. Love that shit.
Yeah, and they're 1 and 9. My 1 is your 9, and your 9 is my 1.
So after doing this whole ranking, and thank you for everyone who listened to all that, because we love fucking talking about Pixar. After doing this Pixar ranking, are you, like, if I was like, what movie would you want to rewatch right now? Because for me, I really want to rewatch Monsters, Inc. after talking about this, or Toy Story 3, one of those two. Like, I should rewatch Soul, but I really want to watch one of those other two.
It's a good question. I'm trying to think, like,
and not what you should rewatch, because I should rewatch Soul and I should rewatch Elemental, but I really just want to watch Toy Story 3
what I
right
want to
now.
rewatch is all of them, all my favorites.
But what are you in the mood for?
But I try to think, like, I'm going to answer this more of like, what am I in the mood for? Such a good question, though. I don't know. There's a few I'd like to revisit again. It's been a long time since I have seen The Incredibles. It's been a long time since I've seen Ratatouille, really.
You're popping one in the VHS tonight. What are you watching? In the VCR tonight.
Monsters Inc. is probably like the go-to. It's because, like I said, man, with Monsters Inc., like, if I was stuck watching one movie for the rest of my life, that would be a very okay choice by me.
I think it's a great choice, and I just really want to watch it. Fuck it, I might watch it today or tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna watch it right now. Like, something that I would, like, want to watch soon, though. Like, if I had to watch one right now, it'd be that. But, like, one that I'm, like, realistically gonna watch soon, like, could be The Incredibles. It's been a long time. I talked about, be interesting to revisit, like, a Luca or, like, an Onward even, because I haven't seen Onward
some of the ones that
it came out
are, like, new, but not, like, you think they're new, but they're really, like, 10 years old or, like, 6 years old or something.
Right, where it's been a while, and you're like, I'd love to revisit a Bug's Life.
Yeah, I would too. I want to see Flick again.
Yeah, so, like, there's a few that I'd be interested in revisiting. You got me. I just binged all the Toy Stories. Am I gonna... and that probably would have been the answer, because I hadn't seen them in a while, but I just did those. So,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Am I just gonna keep doing a binge of Pixar movies moving forward? Why not, dude? Yeah, all right.
We got time until the next one.
Yeah, that's true. We do have time.
How do you want to proceed with this episode?
All right, I'm going to spend like a couple minutes just giving quick thoughts. I promised the viewers I'm going to do it. I'm going to give quick thoughts on the new horror movie that came out, Leviticus. I'm not even really going to talk about spoilers, so it doesn't even matter, Jack. Like, I know you don't care, but also that's not really what I don't really need to get into too much of that. Just quick rating, quick thoughts of the new horror film, Leviticus, in theaters now. I give this movie 7 preserving gay couples out of 10. Persevering, not preserving, persevering.
I was are they in a jar? Like, what are you talking about?
Persevering gay couples out of 10.
Okay.
Is definitely what I meant and is more appropriate. At least it's not a she-man comment, all right?
Mine was a mistake. I guess yours was a mistake.
it's a pretty snoozy film. Basically, the movie is about these two guys. It takes place in Australia. It's an Australian film.
Two gay
About
guys.
these two guys who are like secretly gay. They're secretly in love
like
with
me and
one
you.
another. Yeah, exactly. They have a
Facts.
podcast. They talk about movies.
Yeah.
They rank their favorite Pixar movies. They put
Yeah.
Inside Out too low.
Oh yeah. Facts.
No, so they're secretly in love with one another, but people find out about them being gay, and they take them to this like I don't even know how to describe him. He's like in the cast list. He's called the Deliverance Healer. He's like a church. It's a church thing. It's a religious thing,
Like
and
conversion
basically
camp.
it's supposed to represent conversion therapy. They end up like having this entity that tries to kill them, and they're the only ones that can see it, and it looks like the other person, like the person that they love, that in their
Gotcha.
relationship. So they like can't it the whole point is it like breaks their trust. They can't be around each other. And so the movie is this very unique analogy on, like you said, the evils around conversion therapy. It's and an analogy on like people's fears surrounding their authentic self-expression. This is backed by terrific performances. Joe Bird, Stacey Claus are the two guys who play the main guys in this movie. So I decently enjoyed it. It was a little snoozy. I wasn't super, into like the concept, but I really liked the message that was getting across. It's a short film. It's like 80 something minutes long, so it's it's a quick watch. So that helps like the snoozy part of the film be less of a problem because it's a quick watch. So at least it gets its point across in short form. But I do think that there's a meaningful message to this story, and telling it through a horror lens is pretty interesting. So I do think it's worth a watch for that alone. I don't think it's super memorable or anything. But it's the kind of film that I do think we should have more of, if that makes sense. Like, even if it's not my favorite movie, it's not the scariest or the most compelling. It's getting an important message across. It's doing so in a unique way. And that's why I love horror. Like, that's why it's such an inventive genre, because it's able to tell very realistic, human experiences through maybe less realistic methods. But using these devices for storytelling can really resonate with an audience. I think that can happen with Leviticus. And that's pretty much all I want to say about it.
Maybe people will hear your rating and ranking and go to watch it or avoid it.
Maybe. No, I mean, I think it's worth a watch. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it by any means. It's good.
It's good. And it's short too. So
yeah, it's short. So that's all I wanted to say. Just quick few minutes, give thoughts on it.
All right. Let's end this episode as usual with some Seesaw.
Want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll be pretty quick with this. Something I want to see. I had no interest in seeing this, but I've been seeing a lot of people on Letterboxd review it. Is the new Netflix movie Voicemails for Isabel? It's like Zoe Deutsch and Nick Robinson.
Zoe Dutch.
Isn't it Deutsch? Isn't it Deu?
Yeah, but I don't think it's pronounced that way.
I don't know. What the fuck her name is. She's like in the movie. And I have no interest in seeing it. It didn't look that interesting to me, but people are like raving about it. It's got like a 3.8 on Letterboxd or something. Everyone I'm seeing on Letterboxd is giving it like a 4.5. So I want to see it. And something that I did see, something that I saw, is Venom: The Last Dance. So I had seen the first Venom movie when it came out, and I actually enjoyed it. It was not amazing. Maybe I was giving it like 3.5. Then I saw the second Venom movie just on streaming, whatever. Terrible, trash. Woody Harrelson's like a psycho. He's terrible in that movie. And I was like, you know what? The third one's on Netflix. I might as well watch. I've seen all the Sony movies except Morbius now, which I'm eventually gonna watch. But I watched Craven a couple months ago. I decided to watch Venom: The Last Dance. It's actually kind of good. Like, it's a 3.5 out of 5 for me, just like the first one. But it's fun. Tom Hardy is clearly having a blast. The relationship between Venom and Eddie Brock is fun as usual. It's crazy. It's stupid for sure. But as a comic book reader, they decided to go all out in this movie, which is insane that there was no setup. The whole third movie. Have you seen the Venom movies?
Only the first.
Do you remember how the first one's like grounded enough where it's like, oh, he's Venom, now he's fighting another Venom,
Yeah,
another
yeah.
symbiote? The third one is that the symbiote god is trying to break free of his chains in space, and he's sending aliens down to kill Venom because Venom has the key to let him out, and he's going to destroy the world. In fucking sane, dude. The symbiote god is Null. I know about him from the comics. I read a comic where he kills Sentry. Like, he's so powerful. Crazy that Eddie Brock is now fighting a god, when in the first one he was just like chilling with Venom. Anyway, I'd recommend it. It's actually kind of fun, and it's not long. It's like 90 minutes. It's yeah. I think it's a fun, stupid movie that you could watch if you like superheroes.
The only thing from that movie I know is the cam rip of him at the end with the Maroon 5 song playing. And he's
Yeah,
like, "I'll never forget you, buddy." I
yeah.
love that shit so
It's so
much.
dumb, dude. It's so funny.
I like that people still use the cam rip version of that instead of like the HD version, which they can totally access by now.
I know.
The cam rip is just so funny.
It's so fun. And yeah, the movie is just like so goofy, but it's a lot of fun.
I also want to shout out Killian and Sydney, and I guess Matt now too, actually, for voicemails of Isabel. I put that on my watch list because they recommended that movie to me.
Exactly. I saw all three of them plus one of my friends watch it, and they all gave it really good reviews.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good, so I definitely want to see it. No, that wasn't my seesaw, but I do want to see it now that you mention it. All right, something that I saw recently is a film that you're very fond of, Jack, that I had never seen.
I saw this.
That I fucking did not like, and that is the Disney animated film Dinosaur. This movie is balls and cheeks, bro.
This movie is good.
This movie, you gave this movie a higher rating than Get Out.
Yes, this movie is better than Get Out.
Batshit crazy thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
Dinosaur is great.
This was my Oscar punishment movie for the bet that I do every year with the
That's a reward. You
Gilroys
just got
and with
awarded.
Sid and Matt. And Kyler won, and he gave me Dinosaur. And I was like, okay, it's like 80-something minutes. It's like, how bad could it be? Bro, this movie's dreadful. Dreadful.
It's so cool.
There isn't a single memorable character, and their designs are so bland.
That's what dinosaurs look like.
Indistinguishable. They look so fucking bad in this movie. And, like, oh my God, dude. It was not entertaining at all. It was so boring.
What about the scene where the Carnotaurs are coming into the cave with the water?
I was Hongshu.
What? And then what's his name? It starts with a B. He sacrifices himself. Bruno sacrifices himself.
Bruton.
Yeah, Bruton sacrifices himself, dude. Aladar is the goat.
No, man, this movie is so fucking bad.
Oh my
dude.
God.
You gave this, wait a minute. You gave this 5 stars, and you gave Ratatouille 4.5 stars.
This is better than Ratatouille.
Oh,
this is an amazing movie.
This movie is so fucking bad, dude.
It's so cool.
Dude, my asshole is more interesting than this fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, it's shaped funny. Don't you have like some sort of disease?
I mean, oh my God.
You have ass disease, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, it's a good movie. You're bad.
Oh, I fucking hated that. It really lived up to the billing of punishment for the Oscars.
Did you know that I gave it 5 stars before or after you watched it?
I saw it before, and then I saw everyone else I follow in Letterboxd gave it 0.5 star or 1 star, and I was like, Jack, this is gonna be your worst fucking take yet, dude. It literally is. It was like 5 or 6 other people who have this marked as watch gave it 0.5 star or 1 star, and then you gave it 5 fucking stars.
And
I was like, something tells me I will not also be giving this movie 5 stars. But it was, I gave it a chance. I put it on. I put my phone away even. I started watching it, and I was like, this fucking sucks.
You didn't like,
oh my God,
the scene with the meteors coming down? You didn't think that was cool?
No, I did not really. I was bored. I was like, okay, all right. And then they survived. How are they surviving? Didn't that wipe all of them out? And then they just fought. Like, why is he even a child of lemurs? What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
It's about,
he could learn to be compassionate towards other but he only shows the compassion to other dinosaurs.
Yeah,
it's just dinosaurs and then a few lemurs.
He wants to bang Mira real bad.
Yeah, but it's just a couple of the fucking it was a stupid ass movie. Whatever. It was definitely one of the worst Disney animated movies I've ever seen.
Whatever,
Fuck
dude.
that movie, dude. And there's something I want to see. Anything I'd
Dinosaur
rather see
2.
than that. Is the new Jesse Eisenberg film coming out? It was on Letterboxd. They call it Untitled Jesse Eisenberg Musical Comedy. I believe that it is going to be called The Debut. It is a musical starring Julianne Moore and Paul Giamatti. And it's about a shy woman who is unexpectedly cast in a local production of an original musical. And she starts to lose herself into the world and into the role and the world of community theater. I really like Jesse Eisenberg's other movie, A Real
It's
Pain.
directed by him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Real Pain was good.
And I love Julianne Moore. I love Paul Giamatti, and I love that concept. I love theater. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I never heard of that, so that sounds cool.
No.
Well, that is our episode. Next week we're talking some Supergirl, among other things. So definitely stick around and check out for that episode. It's gonna be a real good time. And then I don't really know what's going on. We might have some special stuff. We might have nothing. So we'll figure that out. We'll tell you guys next week.
That is the end of the box office dynasty. Thanks for coming along for the ride, folks.
Next week we'll have some stuff to reveal about the future episodes. But thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting Bible study numbers. We love you. We love that you're listening. Shout out Sierra Leone. And yeah, share, follow us, like our shit and subscribe and all the good stuff. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot at Box Office Dynasty. Anywhere you can get your podcasts or your clips of podcasts, we are there.
Jack, I just look at your tease of the potential idea that we have to tease. Like,
I forgot there's an episode in between.
It's like when you go to watch a new trailer and there's a little mini trailer before the trailer.
That's true.
That's literally what that was, and the whole time you're like wrapping up the episode, that's just what I was sitting here thinking.
That's fair.
That's like the trailer before the trailer.
Once I started talking and was like, oh, we don't know what we're going to do, I'm like, wait, there's one episode in between that, so I shouldn't even have started talking about it, but it's too late.
Anyway, yeah, that's all. Thanks for tuning in. Comment Bible study numbers, share our content with friends and fellow film lovers, and we'll see you all next time down at Al's Toy Barn.
Damn right.